Hello and welcome to Casting Rolls, a precision D&D campaign played by a bunch of theater nerds. Thank you for joining us. If you're enjoying the show, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you'd like to find us on social media, you can find us on Twitter at Casting Rolls and on Facebook at Casting Rolls ILM. And if you want a one-stop shop for all of our information, you can find us at castrolls.com. We stream here every Wednesday on Twitch, and our videos are uploaded on our YouTube channel, Casting Rolls, on Friday. But with no other announcements, let's go ahead and start the show. So, ticket takers. After traveling to Saurus's hometown in the Rift beneath Hightower and experiencing some difficult tension with Vox Populi, you decided to head to the laboratory at the invitation of the king, Ahriman, where Saurus was originally created. Traveling through some old mining shafts, stepping past and befriending a basilisk, avoiding a bullet, and capturing a flame skull in your bag of holding.
Oh, I forgot about that. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Still a great idea. I don't know.
That won't come back to burn you.
It's the greatest thing we've ever done.
Never. You then made your way into the long abandoned laboratory of the man who created Saurus. There, Saurus saw the man in the flesh, the wizard, older, long gray hair, beard, and concocted a decision to dynamite him. And Saurus charged in and placed the dynamite, but when the man turned, his features shifted and they became very tiger-like. And before you, unveiled, was the only one who would know, a Rakshasa. Abel would know. A battle commenced, and there were some attacks traded back and forth, and then finally the Rakshasa, feeling a little, feeling the danger of the presence of the entire ticket takers, flipped through the air and opened up two rifts that you'd all seen before, except for Jury, into the veil essence of the Shadow Realm, and out of which came two veil echoes. So let me pull up the map really quickly, because we're going to jump right back into that part of the battle. Grab
Every Pride Month, I like to pick one running joke, and this Pride Month is saying Happy Pride after things that are irrelevant to Pride Month.
So where you all are, there's a tube here, and that's the tube that Amalia, you think, is in.
We can't see it.
It's gonna be really embarrassing if
I can see it.
Yeah, there's another one here.
Huh. Let me try playing with my windows. Okay, yep.
And then there is like a circular like wizard's circle with a bunch of like scrawling. I'm just gonna make it a devilish pentagram. There you go.
Oh my god.
No.
Like it's
Happy Pride.
It's on. Yeah, Happy Pride. it's
Perfect.
it's Wiccan Pride. Happy.
Exactly.
It's got some like wizard rooms or whatever. They don't look to be activated right now, but they are there.
Okay.
And you said I didn't get the sense that any of the other tubes had anything in them, right?
No. So the one that Amalia's in here are like that one is. This one here is broken and like shattered, and like the contents are spilled out, like the liquid that was inside of it. And then Saurus, you can also see back in this section, there's just rows and rows and rows of empty cages that fill up most of this area back here. There are a few other boxes and things, but and you are very familiar with the cages, so you can recognize that part. All right, so up at the top of the round. So we just had the Rakshasa flip through the air and open up the veil echo tethers, and they came out. He's then going to, you see him kind of clutch his fist, and you notice like he's wearing this ring, and it glows for a second, and you see like petals of a rose fall off of the ring, and while you're looking, some of his wounds heal up. Wow, that was a double ones on 2d4. But some of his wounds do heal up a little bit from as that goes. And then he's going to use the rest of his movement to kind of back up here into this corner, kind of putting the echoes between you and him. Good, which then takes us to the echoes, who are going to go on his initiative. And they seek out the closest life. So, Abel, one's going to charge into you, and Marlowe, the other one's going to come in your direction. Let me pull up their card really quick. Sully's licking me now, so thank you for that, Ronnie. All right. So, he's going to make 2 attacks on you, Abel. One, like, you see like the arm come in and kind of form like a dagger as it like a dagger, shadowy dagger as it dives in your direction, and then the other arm like a cudgel slamming up towards your midsection. The first one, that is a 17 plus 4. That's going to hit. So for the first one, that's low rolls, 4 plus 2. That you take 6 points of necrotic damage from the first hit as the dagger stabs into you. And then the second one, natural 1. So as the cudgel comes in, like, you get pierced by the shadowy dagger, and then you dodge back, and the cudgel does not hit you on the second hit. Marlowe, the other one's going to make the same 2 strikes at you. The first one, 14 plus 4, 18. Are you in form?
I am.
Yeah,
It's
so
19.
that misses. So stabs out at you, and you just dodge out of the way. Second hit with the cudgel, however, that is a 16. That's a 20 to hit.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah. So you take 7 bludgeoning damage. So that's halved to 3, plus only a 3 on the necrotic. So plus 3 necrotic, but your max HP is reduced by 3.
Well, okay.
All right, and then that is all right. That's the end of their turn, and the Rakshasa's turn. That takes us to Abel.
It's me already?
You've got this. Yeah, you've got this echo in your face.
I think I want to... Can I maneuver myself around, staying within 5 feet of the echo, though?
Yeah.
So I don't invoke.
Was Abel afraid last time too?
He was.
I was.
Of
But-
the Rakshasa.
Of the
That's what I'm
Rakshasa,
saying. He
yeah.
can't move towards the Rakshasa.
He can't move towards the Rakshasa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can shift like here or here, but you can't move to the back of the echo.
Yeah, I
Memory.
see. Who's that next to me there? The blue
This
base.
is that's Jury.
Oh,
Hi, friend.
I was going to do an area of effect attack, but I don't
Oh
want
God. How bad is it?
to.
Don't you have
Not on the bard.
Do you have the flamethrower out right now, or the?
The ballista.
Oh, you have the okay.
Well, I
Judy,
can
how
use-
are you with con saves?
That's a good question.
You would not
Have I
know.
ever built a character that's good at con save?
No.
Okay, let me
Say-
think.
You
If
look
I
at
move-
Jury, doesn't look super solid.
They look like a twink.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they've got a +2.
Okay, if I move like
So
to the left a bit within 5 feet, is that moving closer to the Rakshasa?
No, that's parallel to where you currently are. Yeah.
Okay, alright.
He's fallen!
5, 10. That's still within. Ugh,
Is it a 10-foot?
it's a 15.
Oh yeah, no, that would definitely hit her. Them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What are you doing? Thunder wave?
Yeah.
Do it. It'll just push them back.
Do it.
It does some damage too.
It does do
Oh
damage.
no, it's gonna be bad.
And you'll get the Rakshasa as well.
Is he within 15? I don't think he's within 15, is he?
No,
Not
he's within 15.
not with a
Oh, yeah, he
cube,
is.
he?
Yeah, diagonal.
Yep.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Two for one,
I'm
buddy.
so sorry.
you take your healer down, it's on you. But go for it.
Oh, God.
Jury's like, I can handle myself. Jury's just like, well, let me.
I got this.
They can take
Okay.
this.
You're new to the party. You're expendable.
They're like,
Okay.
I don't really know what's going on, but
It's okay.
Well,
He does this to every member of the party.
At least once. It's like
And every
it's-
single
It's
every
hazing.
single
It's
time
hazing,
you guys
yeah.
are like, I can take it. Just do it.
I
all right.
sure told you to do it with like 2 HP.
Exactly.
I might regret
All right,
this.
I'm just gonna do it. Man. I'm going
Do
to Thunder Wave.
Okay,
Oh
and
wait.
that is a dexterity
I'm gonna
saving throw, or
Yeah, but I'm gonna do it at second level.
Okay.
No, it's a con save.
It's a con save. Okay, that matters. So the Veil Echo, that's a 13 for the Echo.
It's a con 15 to save.
Okay, and then the Rakshasa. Let me pull up there.
kidding me?
Code really
Oh,
quick.
Jerry.
I rolled so bad.
Oh no!
Are you kidding
The
me?
Rakshasa.
Did you really?
Oh,
Um,
that's
what if I do weird instead?
that's an 18 on the Rakshasa.
Shit. Okay, well it's fine.
Too good. You hit him too good. I got a 6, so I'm assuming it hits me.
Okay, so roll your damage.
Okay, so that's 13 damage.
What type of damage is it?
Uh, thunder damage.
Okay.
Thunder. Okay. And you are pushed 10 feet away.
If you fail it, yeah.
Well, if you'll push Jury, yep, thank
No,
you.
no. I'm sorry, Jerry.
I didn't ask for this.
And then how much? And then what's the damage on that?
So what? I'm saying again. I'm sorry.
What's the damage on that?
13.
13. Okay, so the Rakshasa takes half, so you take 7.
I shouldn't have done that at second level, but
All right,
whatever.
20. Okay. And then the Echo, even though it impacts at full force, you feel like it does not do as much damage as you think it would with it.
What?
Hold on a sec.
Resistant.
I don't remember from before what was good on these guys.
Go ahead and just roll a intelligence check, Mar, because you
Would I
did
know-
you analyzed them before, so.
14.
Okay, yeah, hold on one sec. I'm trying to do math in my head. This is suddenly not working. Okay, so the last time you fought them, you wouldn't have had access to all of these things, but you do know that because of your lightning attack, you know that they're resistant to lightning. They also
Right.
were resistant to any bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing from non-magical attacks.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm looking at the other things that they have access to. You guys would not have used those in the last fight, so that's what.
Okay.
All right. All right. Good. Anything else with your turn there, Abel?
So he's been pushed 10 feet away.
Yes. So you
I
can
want-
move without getting an opportunity attack.
I want to move. I'm just move 5 feet, right? I think I want to move the rest of my movement. Nope.
Okay.
If you take it diagonal, kind of going towards Jury,
Okay. This
going
way.
towards them. Yeah, that way.
Okay.
Keep going. I don't want to group up. But like the rest of my 25 movement, I want to get.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20. You can get there. Or
Yeah.
here. Okay. There. All right. Good.
Yeah, right there.
All right. Good.
And then
yeah.
I have a bonus action. Oh, bonus action. I want to. Can I shoot at the Rakshasa if I'm?
You
frightened
can.
by
It would just be at disadvantage until the end of your turn.
I'm gonna do it.
All right. Go ahead and roll with disadvantage.
I'm levitating.
It's
Great.
game night, guys.
It's in my blood. Where's my attack thing? See, Eldritch Blast attack. Okay. And it's at disadvantage.
Yes.
This is like they've updated it and everything. It's pretty cool. 19.
19 does hit.
What?
Okay.
Okay. Wish I had my hex on him. 15 points of damage.
All right, 15 points of damage.
Nice.
So you fire off, even though you're, cutting through your fear, even though you're afraid.
Little elephant ballista shaking.
Yeah. It gathers in the energy and then raises its trunk and blasts forward past the echo and slams into the Rakshasa, who kind of takes it and kind of leans forward for a second and then just growls in your direction. Ah, Noavian swine. All right, anything else?
Bastard. No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, and everybody would notice that the
And he gets
Rakshasa...
pushed whenever he gets hit, so...
Oh, yeah. Backwards? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's teetering on the edge of the the exit.
shit.
I think it's just 5 feet.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Everyone would notice as they're looking at it that Abel and the Rakshasa are dressed very similarly. All right, good. That takes us to Malo. You've got this echo in your face.
I'm gonna take the opportunity to attack and run and get away.
I should have shot the echo. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I could
No,
have
it's,
pushed him
it's,
away
it,
from
no,
you.
no. You are totally okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you heading, Mar?
I need to get to the tube,
The tube.
and
Okay.
I know that this guy's gonna hit me in the spine.
All right. Yeah, he's gonna take a swing at you with his cudgel
He's gonna
arm.
try
No,
to
he's
hit
gonna
you.
stab at you. He has a better chance to hit you with that. Natural one. So
Well-
he stabs at you again, and you just kind of dodge out of the way with your, lycanthropic quickness, and you get to the tube. You notice now at this point, let me roll really quick, that the tube is kind of approaching above the knee height on the filling of the liquid.
Ruh-roh. There's not like a cool little button on it that says like press to open.
You can roll an investigation check as your action if you like.
Then you can't hit it.
I kind
But
of.
if she finds out and yells, I can hit it because I'm headed that way.
Can I?
Well, using an object is a free action, but if
Can
you have to know it's
I-
there. Yeah.
Can I break the tube?
Yeah, you can just go ahead and roll attacks against it if you want.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
we're gonna do.
Like
here.
with the hilt of your rapier.
Yeah. I'm not trying to take out my mentor that I just found out is alive.
All right, so go
Um,
ahead.
That is a 20, not natural.
Right, and when you're hitting an object, I take into account the fact that you're not going to miss the object. Like how high you roll would determine the effectiveness of the hit. So 20 is really good. So go ahead and roll 2d6.
2d6.
Yeah.
4.
4. Okay, so you hit it, and you like your first hit. You realize that pretty solid glass, but you do hear like a clink, and you see a little like crack form in the side of the glass on your impact. But you can take another hit.
Cool. I'll do that.
Hit it again.
Ooh, that's really good. 24.
24.
Oh my God.
Go ahead and roll 3d6.
Ooh.
She's incredible.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. So 11 and another 6. Oh my
Ooh,
god. I rolled
17.
2 6s and a 5.
Fantastic. So this time you slam it, and the whole like that little you hit the exact same point, and just like with the very tip of your hilt with like the pointed tip, and you slam in, and the hilt goes through, and that crack like shoots all the way up to the top of the canister, and then half the way down, and some of the liquid is starting to pour out of the bottom through the crack. So at this point, you realize that you've probably made it so that the liquid's not going to continue to rise because it's coming out almost as fast as it's rising up.
Cool.
Yeah. But you
Can I
feel
take
like probably with
one-
another couple hits, you'd be able to break through.
Can I take one more hit on it or no?
So you did action attack plus your second
Extra
attack.
attack, and
Yeah,
then I
with
get
your
my
offhand attack. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Yep.
Cool. Another 16, so it's 24.
Absolutely. 3d6 again.
7. Damage.
7 damage.
12.
Oh, 12 damage. Okay. Yeah, so this time you punch and your fist kind of passes through and you notice like Amalia, wise as she is, had stepped back and she's on the far edge of as far as she can get away from you in the tube. And your hand passes through like some of the glass scraping against you and there's blood, but you just shrug off like any concern about that. And then there's like a solid gap in there and you can see through the gap for the first time clearly without this like foggy glass in the way. The dark skinned braided Amalia is standing there before you. Yeah. All right. Good job, Marlo. That's your turn. Do you want to stay there? Do you want to kind of shift around, or you?
Yeah, I mean, I get the sense that like she can probably break out of the tube now, right?
You can imagine she probably would. I'll go ahead and roll her initiative to see where she's at on the initiative check too.
Then
14.
I am. What am I gonna do?
She's definitely not gonna drown, at least.
No.
Yeah, I mean that was that was the idea.
Yeah,
I
the
think she might-
third
I think she might
hit.
be helpful in the fight. Is what
I was going to shoot the glass and then throw you my gun.
The third hit did also like create more cracks going down to the bottom, so the liquid is pouring out much faster than it's filling up now. So
Great,
there's no
great.
way that she's ever going to drown.
Okay. Then what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I guess I will. I guess I'm gonna move to get back in melee with that Veil Echo
Okay.
that was going after me before. Can I swing around to kind of be in the middle of the?
This way.
Yeah, like there.
Perfect. Yep, absolutely. All right. Very good, Mar. That ends your turn. Saurus, that takes us up to you.
How far away am I from the Rakshasa?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35 to get within striking range of him.
Okay, moving to in striking range, and I'm going to take the push action.
Oh, so you want to get on this side of him over here?
I want to get him so he's between me and the cliff's edge, and
Okay.
I'm going to push him off the cliff.
Okay. Yeah, so you'd have to go on this side there. All right, go ahead and go ahead and roll to push, and we'll treat it like a grapple check.
Okay.
So
Is that strength or dexterity?
that would be athletics, yeah.
Okay.
And he's going to use athletics to resist. Whoops.
Robot, slap and robot style. Push them off.
I'm picturing that fight in Toy Story between Buzz and Zurg. I don't know why.
All right.
Brain that.
What was your roll there, Rob?
22.
22. So he rolled a 12. He has a +7.
That's 19.
That's 19. So he gets kicked out this way. And you see him, like, the way that the waterfall is falling, it's kind of falling here. He disappears out of view. And you don't know what's...
Reichenbach Falls. Reichenbach Falls.
Yeah, you don't know what's down there, but he has disappeared out of view.
You look back at Jurita, and Jurita's like, "Oh, we didn't like that guy, right? That was one of the ones we wanted to kill, or something."
He was
No, I tried to blow him up early. Do I have any movement left?
What's your total?
45.
You have about 5 feet of movement left.
I will move towards the smoke monster.
Okay. All right.
By the way, Grace, you remind me of Karen Gillian.
Oh, thank you.
Or Gillen, however you pronounce her last name.
That's clutch. That was clutch.
Yes. Now, we don't know, but we're there. All
If
right,
he's
cool.
got fly, he may come back, but, you know... It's,
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, it gets him out of the way while we deal with
For a little while, at least.
these
Yeah, you're
guys.
sure. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
But he's got
great.
that rift magic stuff, man. Open.
He does, that's
never
true.
mind.
Yeah, he'll probably like walk back up, but if it loses him a round or two, it worth
Yeah.
it completely.
Exactly.
So, Saurus, now that you're closer to the rift that was formed, and you guys see, like, when Soren had opened rifts before, they closed. These two are still in the air, in the room.
Oh,
Um,
no.
Saurus, go ahead and roll a perception check for me at the end of your turn.
Perception. 19.
19. So now that you've ran across the battlefield, you've kind of booted, you've disparted the Rakshasa off the side of the cliff, and you've gotten back. You look down at your hand and kind of steady yourself for this combat you're about to get into with this echo, and you see on your arm where the Rakshasa slashed you. You see this smoky, almost ribbon-like feature that looks like it's wrapped around your arm and seems to be like pulling towards the rift. And the
Is it pulling me towards it, or
like
am I like fueling the rift?
It's almost kind of like you can imagine like a ribbon that's being sucked by like air in a direction. So it's not like you don't feel any force, but there's clearly like a ribbon or a tether of shadow attached to you. And you see on your side where his second strike hit, there's another one on your side that's also pulling. You currently have 2 of these tethers kind of attached to you and are like pulling in the direction of those rifts.
And they're coming from the wounds.
They seem to be in the presence of like where the wounds are. Yeah. All right.
Looks like this at all.
Good. Good. So that takes us to Amalia. So she's relatively weak right now.
Grace just made a face, so I'm feeling like Amalia is like a badass.
I haven't seen her in decades, so I don't really know.
Yeah, and she doesn't have any she doesn't have any armor or weapons on her, but she is a host into herself.
I need to throw her away.
But so she's going to transform. And she's going to take 2 claw attacks at the wall. That's a natural 20 on the first one. And a 17 on the second one. So that's good. 3. Okay, good. So you all hear kind of this like roaring sound from behind you where Mar was attacking this tube. And then you hear like a crunch and then a crunch. And the whole side of the tube just shatters outwards. And there in front of you, you see Amalia in her hybrid bear form. Hold on 1 second. I had to find a mini for her.
What the hell is going on?
I immediately sat at, she's cool, please don't.
Oh, okay.
She's alright.
She's on the no stab list. Got it.
By the way, my cat is sitting on my lap, so.
Aww.
Hey.
Show us. I don't know if you can. You don't have to.
Oh, baby.
Oh, little chunky. Or fluffy.
She's fluffy. My other cat is chunky.
Yeah, that one's cool.
All right.
Yeah, he's got very broad shoulders.
So then Amalia steps out of the tube, and she's there. And she's kind of gathering herself. But you all see this, like, very much the way that Mar is when she's in her half werewolf form. You see this, but it's a woman with very bear-like features. And she steps out, and she's kind of stretching and pulling herself together. But she doesn't have any weapons or anything, but she's there ready to go. All right, good. That takes us to...
She's a bear. She doesn't need weapons.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that takes us to Jury.
Okay. Jury's confused, but he's gonna go try to fight this shade up here.
All right, so Jury makes his way up this way. All right.
The movement's 30, so
30.
I think I should be able to get to it.
Okay, yep, you're definitely there.
And I'm gonna try to hit it with my rapier.
Okay, go ahead and make your attacks.
Is it a magic rapier?
It is not.
No, I got a 15.
15, let me check really quick. 15 just misses.
Oh
So
my
you
God.
go to stab out, and its form kind of like shifts around the blade, and then kind of pulls back together.
Alright, well, I'll give, where is Mar? Is she close enough for inspiration?
Oh yeah, she's right here.
Alright, I'll give Mar inspiration.
Okay, good. So Mar, there you go. You got a D8 inspiration die for attacks and saving throws.
Blue.
All right.
And here's my turn.
Good. And that takes us to Kaimana.
I don't know if Grace heard that.
Oh, okay. I'll I'll let her know when she gets back.
I am going to shape change into an ape.
And 8. Okay, hold on. Let me grab.
That one turns into stuff too? What is that?
Hey, if we're all doing it,
I'm not doing it.
I don't want to feel left out.
Okay, well. That's fine.
Like Judy and Abel are the only ones who don't change into something else.
I mean, Abel's
What's-
already
or-
a little.
Are apes considered large, Kamana, on the form?
Apes are considered medium.
Medium. Okay. Let me grab
You have a D8 inspiration, Grace.
Me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
You were inspired.
You.
I can't hit anything, so I need you to do it.
I would love to hit.
Thank you.
I don't have an ape. Okay, I don't have an ape, but this is a slightly larger figure than your normal one, so you can use that one. Okay.
Yay.
All right. And then what do you want to do, Kamana?
I want to run up to the one that Jurian is fighting.
Okay. Do you want to get into flanking, or do you want to just charge this way?
Flanking.
This way? Okay. So,
And I am
charging forward towards Saurus. Yep.
and I am going to make 2 attacks.
All right, go
2
ahead
fist attacks.
and roll those.
So an 11 and a 6. So that is plus a 5. So 7. So 16 on one and 11 on another.
The 16 hits, the 11 misses.
Okay.
So you can roll on the one.
Your damage. Oh no.
4.
4 points of damage. Okay, and they're resistant to bludgeoning, so that'll be halved. So 2 points, but that's good. All right, so this ape charges forward and slams into this creature with 1 miss, and then the second one connects, and it kind of reverberates through it, and now it's
Oh,
kind of
wait.
swirling in your...
Do I have advantage because I'm flanking?
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, so go ahead and roll both of those
okay.
again just to make sure that the second one doesn't.
Want me to cook it for you?
Okay.
You lost it. There
Yeah, so we're gonna go with the 11,
you go.
Okay.
and that's a 16. So they both hit then.
Oh, good. They both hit, so go ahead and roll on the second one too then.
The second one was a 2. So
So 1 point of damage. Okay, good. You
no,
don't-
no, I
you add to it, though.
right. Hang on, I didn't roll damage yet.
Oh, sorry.
I rolled 2d20s. So the second one is a 5 damage.
Okay, 5 damage, so that reduced to 2, so that's good. So another 2 points damage. Good. All right. So, boom, boom, kind of reverberating through. You want to stand there? Do you want to shift and give Saurus flanking on his next attack, or do you want to?
I will shift.
All right. So let's move this way so you stay in range. Right. All right. Which takes us up to the top. Rakshasa. Let's see. I'm gonna make him roll a save. Natural 20. This dice rolls
Bastard.
natural ones, or it rolls natural 20s. But there are ledges further down, and let me see how far he fell. So he fell 15 feet, so he'll take some bludgeoning damage, and then he's going to climb. But that's going to use all of his movement. So you see him popping out here, as he's using his natural feline agility to climb up the wall from where he fell. But he did take some damage from the falls. Let me But that used his movement, so he can't do anything like that. So let me see. Okay. Seeing you there, Saurus, after you booted him off, he's gonna pull out a javelin from behind his back, and he's gonna
From where? Where was the javelin?
he's gonna
Anime logic.
yeah, anime logic. There's a pack, it holds everything, and he's gonna chuck it your way. That is a 12 plus a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, 19, and it's only 1d6. 6. That is 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then make a strength saving throw.
All right. Hang on 1 second. Strength saving throw.
Uh-huh.
Strength. Oh, I'll get a bonus for that. 17.
17, good. So you feel like this javelin like thrown, and when it hits you, like your shoulder, you feel like that hit with way more power than you would ever imagine it would have. And for a moment, you feel like it's going to knock you back, but you plant your foot and you hold your spot there, and then just pull the javelin out and throw it to the ground.
Oh, no, I hold on to it.
Okay, good. So you hold on to it. So you got a javelin now. And so, but that is, so that he used his movement to climb. That's all. That's all he could do. Good. So that's the end of the Rakshasa's turn, which takes us to the Echoes. Mar, the one on you, it always goes to the closest life, so it's going to make 2 attacks on you. First is not going to hit. That's a 17. Yeah. The second with the cudgel, that's also not going to hit. That's a 19.
That meets it.
Oh, that is your armor class. Okay, for some reason
Yeah.
I thought 20. Okay, so with the cudgel, super low on the bludgeoning. So that's only 6 points of bludgeoning damage reduced to 3, right? And then for the necrotic, that is 5 on the necrotic though. So you take 5 points of necrotic damage and your max HP is reduced by 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Good. And then the other one, there's 2 life forms right next to it. So I'm going to roll, or Jury, go ahead and roll a D10 for me. On the lows, it'll hit you. On the highs, it's going to go for Kaimana.
I rolled a 1.
A 1, so it's going to make its 2 attacks towards you.
Nah.
Natural 1 on the
Should've been
first
you.
attack. And then, geez, a natural 3, but 3 plus... That's also not a hit, that's only 7. So, wow, this dice is... I'm going to throw this dice in jail.
Yay.
That 1 natural 20, and then really crappy rolls after that. All right, but it is going to... This one, after it hits you, Mar, is going to shift this way around you. And
Okay.
this one... No, there's too much life right there, so it's going to maintain its space. Well, hold on. No, it's going to move. So it moves this direction. And...
Attack of opportunity.
Yep, attack of opportunity for you, so you can go and roll. There's a moment when they get close to each other where you start to see that the swirling essence that forms them is starting to almost kind of like static electricity connect between the two of them.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right.
It's just 11 after 11, so that's a 16 to hit.
16 does hit. That's their armor class.
3.
3 points of damage. Okay, so that's reduced to 1, but still. Good.
This 8 body is useless.
Well, it is a bag of of hit points for you.
Yeah, but you've turned this whole fight into what is essentially a zoo, and I cannot thank you enough for that.
All right, but that is the end of their go. So Abel, it's now yours. You've shaken your fear.
I am no longer feared.
Nope.
That is good to know. Jesus.
At the ticket takers, we bring the zoo to you.
Okay, I don't have a strategic mind for D&D. Someone. What if?
What spells do you have?
Oh, a plethora. My thought process is to take out the Rakshasa, so
Yes.
hopefully
Yeah.
the rifts will close.
Yes.
So I
Thunder wave
want
him again. Get him kicked off that ledge.
5,
Oh, I've got a plan.
25. I want to move to where my line of sight isn't like obscured by his 2 shadow guys, so he doesn't give me extra cover or whatever.
They are not corporeal enough to give you disadvantage or anything.
Okay, or to add his AC
Like
or
they're
anything.
kind of like the minis I'm using are probably a little larger than they actually are, but they're shifting and pulling in so many ways that like you often get a clear sight of what you're aiming at.
Okay.
They're semi-translucent, like you're good.
Cool. Can I use my bonus action to try to hit him with Hex?
Yeah, that is there what's the resistance on that?
Ooh.
It's
Strength.
It doesn't say. It just says cursing.
Oh,
You
then it
place a
just
curse on it.
okay. So he is cursed. Okay,
Yeah.
and
I guess
so ability checks.
Strength.
I'm gonna use strength. Yeah.
So he'll have disadvantage
Thank
on
you.
ability checks, which would include like an athletics check. So good. Okay, so he currently is hexed.
He's probably got cool gear on him. I don't want to like lose, but whatever. We got to kill this guy.
He does.
I want to. Oh crap! Tell me that. I want to. That's my bonus action.
Okay.
I want to fire 3 Eldritch Blasts at him
Okay.
as an action.
You fire off the first one, and you roll a natural 20 on the hit. And as it goes towards him, he just pulls up his hand, and the spell vanishes in the air before it hits him.
Cool,
Nice.
cool. So I'm gonna be kind of useless in this fight because I only have so many spell slots.
Yeah.
So-
So he's hexed at least. So the next.
So all three of your bolts got.
Yeah, so
Bolts got blocked.
you've noticed, Abel, that anytime you've used anything lower than like a second level of attack, that
And I guess
that
I'll-
he is
I would-
he's immune to any spells that are below second level.
Yeah, and I guess I would know that, like with the, so I would let the, right, with my knowledge of the, with my knowledge of the Rakshasa, would I know that and be able to tell the rest of the crew, like,
Yeah, absolutely. Especially
so I would
like this.
yell out,
Yeah,
like,
in your fear, you probably didn't think about it the first round, but now that the Eldritch Blast didn't hit, you're like, crap, I forgot. Yeah. So
I'll
they,
just yell out and let everyone know, like, using lower spells does not work on this creature.
yeah, they have
That way
limited magic immunity. Yeah.
Spells have levels.
Using lower magic,
Yeah,
there's a difference between like levitating a spoon and
Yeah, use more powerful magic.
blasting a
No,
mountain.
truly, Mar knows nothing about.
Yeah,
spells.
Mars.
Okay.
Mars knowledge of magic. Yeah. All right.
So
His knowledge of magic is using blood. So
All right.
yeah, that's me, bro.
Do you want to
Just-
move or stay where you are?
That was. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Good. All
Let
right.
me read Hex real quick.
That takes
Yeah,
us
that's
to Marlowe.
am I within 30 feet of the Tiger King over here?
Yeah, you're like 15 feet away from him.
Okay.
The Tiger King.
The Tiger King.
Can I? Can I try and blood curse with the binding him?
Yeah. What's the saving throw?
It's only a 14.
Is it it's a Constitution or?
It's a strength. I'm pretty sure he's gonna make
Yeah,
it.
he's got a pretty high strength.
But he has
Well, he has-
disadvantage.
Oh, he has disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause he's
I
hexed.
think he's still gonna make it, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I rolled a 13 and a 12, that he is a plus
fine.
4, so he's a 16. That was a 16.
That's fine. It was worth a shot.
That was worth a shot. Okay, but that's your bonus
cool.
action. So right.
Mhm.
Okay, so you can go
Yeah.
take your 2 attacks against this veil if you'd like.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look up if. Yeah, I didn't amplify it, so I don't take damage. Cool. Okay. 2 attack.
Oh no, I dropped my cheat.
That is going to be a 15 on the lowest one, and then a 22.
The 22 hits. The 15 just misses.
Okay, that's fine. It's fine. What's my damage dice? What am I doing?
It's a D8, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. No, it is, and it's always been a D8.
You got it. You got it.
Okay, so
And this is with the rapier of wounding.
rapier wounding.
Okay.
So that is 12 points of piercing
12
damage.
points of piercing damage. Good. And he
And
is
then-
wounded.
Yeah, he's wounded, and this is going to do absolutely nothing to him. It's 4 lightning damage.
He takes 2 points of lightning damage
Yeah.
because he's
Yeah.
resistant, but he does take a little bit of lightning damage. Good. All right. So first strike, he just kind of gaseously forms out of the way, but then you use that distraction to stab forward with your magic rapier, and you stab through, and he kind of shudders from the attack. Good. All right. He's looking.
Can
He's looking
I
hurt.
scoot around him down on the map.
Towards Abel's direction?
Yeah, but like still in his melee, but so I'm like on that like little diagonal, and like perhaps someone could come give me flanking.
Yeah, sure. There you go. All right. That ends Marlowe's turn. That takes us to Soris.
Okay, from looking at the map, I can take 30 feet of movement and end up not immediately south of the Rakshasa, but one tile further away, so I'm not...
Yep.
So I can have ranged weapon, and I'm going to throw his javelin back at him.
Okay, so you want to throw it before you move?
No, I want to move so that if
okay.
it hits him, it knocks him off the cliff.
Oh, okay.
No, up one and to the left one.
All right, so in Soris's mind. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, go ahead and roll your attack with the javelin. And then it is a strength-based weapon. Are you proficient with javelins?
No, and it doesn't matter with what I rolled.
Okay.
This javelin goes sailing off into the ether. I rolled a 7.
You lost a man his javelin. That's what counts.
He only
So
has
I'm
3, so...
What I'm going to do is step forward
Okay.
to him and do flurry of blows.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your 2 attacks.
First attack. 19.
That does hit.
Okay, he must make a strength saving throw or be pushed back 15 feet.
Okay. So he rolled an 18
And
on the...
He took 8 damage, by
He
the way.
rolled an 18 on the first one.
Okay,
And
second?
a 12 plus 4.
I haven't rolled the second attack yet to see if it hits.
Well, he's disadvantage.
Oh, right.
Right.
Is
So...
that a saving throw or just a strength?
Oh, no,
It's only
that's...
on, like-
No. Okay, so he rolled an 18. So he's good on the first one. Okay.
Sorry.
Second attack is a 23.
That hits.
Also, strength saving throw or be pushed back 15
Okay.
feet.
Whoop. I just dropped my die. Oh, shit. I
And
dropped
that's
my die.
also 8.
That is a 8 plus 4, 12. What's the DC?
12.
12. So he just meets it. Okay. But yeah. So how much was the damage on that?
8 as well. So I did a total of 16 damage.
So you were not able to knock him back, but like with the first hit, poof, the second hit, like he drops to one knee and he looks up at you. And he says, "There are too many of you here to die today." But he's bleeding, like this black ichor out of his nose and his mouth. He looks like he's on his last leg.
I'm hoping Bear Lady can come and finish him off.
Fuck him up.
Yeah. All right. So.
Or Kaimana. Kaimana's in free range.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
All right. So, but good. So that's your turn, Source. But it does take us to Amalia, who does not have anything, but she's seeing Marlowe in danger. She doesn't know you started Source, so she's going to charge forward to Marlowe. And she's going to make 2. Let me pull up her. I wasn't expecting her to be in the fight, so let me pull up her stat block really quick.
That's the ticket takers for
That's
you.
the ticket takers. That's good. All right. She.
You
I like how
gonna
you
give
were-
me my werebear mom figure and not expect me to get her in the fight?
Okay.
I just love how you were like.
None of this will be helpful
I
for her
was like,
because
just
she's a
break
ranger.
it. I was like, you can break it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's all first attack. That's all first round stuff, so this doesn't apply to her, but that's okay. She's going to make 2 attacks with advantage at the Veil Echo. That's first one's a 18 plus 4 that hits, and the second one is a natural 20. She's trying to save your life here, Mar. 6, 7, reduced to 3, and then double 6s on the nat 20. So that's 24 plus 4, that's 28, reduced to 14. Okay, so...
Mama Bear angry.
Yeah, so there's 14 plus 6. 20 points of damage. So she like charges forward, it slashes once, and then slashes a second time, and you see like giant swaths of this echo just going off in both directions, and now it's kind of shuddering. It's at that point where it's like struggling to hold its form together. That was a really solid round from Amalia. All right, good. Which takes us then to Jury.
All right, I'm gonna try to hit this thing again.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
Am I in a? Is there any way I can get flanking with everyone else? Or, I don't think there is.
What I will say is that Amalia moved here,
Okay.
and that'll give you flanking.
Sweet.
Cool.
Very good, because that sucks.
She's smart enough to know that to do that, I wasn't looking at the battle map right.
That also sucked. I got an 11, so does not hit.
That doesn't hit, yeah. All right, so you
I'm
stab
just
out. Okay,
Global Twink can't hit anything.
that's
Very
okay.
accurate to their character, so.
That's all right, Jerry. Anything else you want to do with your turn? Bonus action?
No, I'm good for now.
Okay, good. It takes us to Kaimana.
Well, if you would describe the waterfall to me, please.
So what you're seeing back here is like the waterfall clearly is this whole, like, all of this area is waterfall, but right here there's just this giant opening. You don't know if it's natural or carved out, where there's this opening right here where you can see through and the waterfall's behind it. So like this section here, there's no waterfall, but kind of back here there's just a curtain of water. So the 15-foot push from Saurus would have sent him flying into the waterfall, but just the 5 foot off the edge there's not waterfall there.
Okay then. I am going to break away from who I'm fighting right now.
Okay. You're currently not in any.
Oh, he moved. Never
Yeah,
mind.
he moved.
I'm going to run and attack the Rakshasa.
Okay. Go ahead and make your 2 attacks against the Rakshasa.
Neither of those are gonna hit, probably.
Okay.
That's a 9 and a 13.
Unfortunately, they don't. Like, he's focused on Saurus, but he just kind of like parries both of them with his short swords. Right
Do
there.
I have flanking?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way Saurus is, you would have to be like flying off the edge to get flanking. But you are there in case he moves for opportunity attack for sure.
I'm helping.
You are helping. All right. Anything else you want to do there with your turn, Kamana?
Who looks hurt the most?
Ooh.
Oh wait, I can't cast magic in beast form. Never
Nope.
mind.
Yeah. All right. Which takes us.
Oh, I'll drop the beast form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drop the beast form. That works for me. The 8 disappears and Kamana pops back in. You still technically, I think, have Shillelagh up on your staff. So.
Yep.
All right.
I think technically I can use Shillelagh in beast form. If I don't drop the weapon.
Because it is
But
absorbed.
that's a question for another time. Let's
I will look at. I right now I would say that it's mine. I'll look into it to see, but that makes sense to me. Because a lot of your forms are going to have a higher attack than 1d8 anyway, so it could be like a baseline. Would be fine. All right, which takes us to the Rakshasa. What is he gonna do?
He's going to die.
Well, that's probably true, but he's not concerned about that.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, nope, he's not gonna worry about it. He's going to leap over your head, Saurus. Opportunity attacks from both of you,
Yeah.
and land.
Come on first.
Yep. Go ahead, come
Yes.
Get him, come on, get him.
I don't know. What's this clown about to do?
Nope.
Okay, so that misses with you, Saurus.
23.
23. He's going to use his react. He can't use his reaction. He cannot use a reaction during his turn. Can he?
I don't think you can. right?
No,
No,
Yeah, I
no,
wouldn't
that's
think so.
specifically called for. Like a certain spell, you can do that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's called out.
Like shield is a reaction spell, so he.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So that hits. Go ahead and roll your attack, your damage.
That is 11 in damage,
Okay.
and I'm going to spend a key point to make it a stunning strike.
Okay.
So he's got to make a Constitution save of DC 12.
She is good at con. Yeah, that's a 18 plus 4, 22. Okay. So you punch out, and like at this, I mean, there's blood pouring from his mouth. He's wounded. He falls to the ground for a second, and then picks himself back up, and this blind rage in his eye. He's gonna turn towards you, Saurus, and throw. He pulls a dagger from his side and chucks it in your direction. That's a natural 20. This
Can
hits
I?
really bad or really good. Yeah.
Can I use my deflect missile?
Yeah. Go ahead. You roll as a D something to reduce the damage.
Reduce damage by 1d4 plus 4 plus 3. If the damage just go to 0, then I have the option to flip it back at him.
Okay.
So
Hope he rolls low.
I rolled a 10, which is awesome. So that's 17 reduction in damage.
17 reduction. Okay, yes, because it's 12 points in damage. So it reduces completely. You catch it.
Okay, and I spend a key point to throw it back at him.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack and add your dexterity and you're proficient in daggers, I think. So you can add your proficiency
I'm
to
allowed
it.
to add proficiency to
Yep,
it from
good,
the...
yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that hits. That's a natural 16 before bonuses, so...
Okay.
That's 24 plus something, so...
Okay.
I
So
love
go ahead and
how
roll a
deflating
d6.
Deflect missiles is.
That's a 2.
2 points of damage. Oh my god. Okay.
Plus, do I get any kind of bonuses
What
on
does
that
it
for, like, dex?
What does it say on the
And can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack with it with proficiency.
with proficiency? Okay, yeah, add your dexterity to it.
So dex is 5, so that would be a total of 7.
7 points damage. Okay, that made a difference. All right.
I've been waiting a long time to catch a missile.
And that was the missile to catch because he was heading towards Abel. So, all right. How would you like to take out the Rakshasa?
Right in the throat.
All right. So he turns towards you, chucks this dagger in your direction. You notice that the dagger is dripping with venom when you catch it, and he charges. And he pulls out both of his swords, and he's about to flip through the air to make 2 very devastating attacks in Abel's direction. And as he's jumping into the air, just from the side, this dagger into the side of his neck. And he plunges over to the side and collapses to the ground, like looks in your direction, and then looks at Abel. Nuevia will still burn. And then he collapses into darkness. All right, so that's the end of the Rakshasa.
Okay, does the rift close?
Yes. Both of the rifts close. The tethers on you do not fade.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Weird.
I'm gonna need some healing then.
All right, and then that takes us to the echoes. So that kind of staticky energy that was connecting them before gets a little bit harsher and stronger. And you see their forms kind of merge together. And I don't have a larger figure, but this is a little bit bigger than the other ones. And you all get shunted out because it's now a size bigger creature. But they merge together to form a much larger version of the echoes. And let me see really quick. I have to add their HP together and everything, so hold on one sec.
Oh, I should have tried to bind one of them. What a mistake.
Okay. And they are going to Marlowe come in your direction. Because you've been the biggest threat to... Well, I guess Amalia was, but they're still focused there. And they're going to make 2 attacks against you. The first one's going to miss. The second one is... That's an 18 plus 4. That's going to hit.
Yeah.
So that's 2... Where's my button?
Try that on.
Do D8. Okay, so that's 2 1s on 2d8.
Oh no, it's so cute.
4. Okay,
I'm so pretty.
4 points of necrotic damage, Mar, and then make a saving throw for me.
What?
A strength saving throw, sorry.
A strength?
Yeah.
Cool. My best. I get advantage. 13.
So as the first, you dodge out of the first slam, the second slam hits you right in your core, and you're like, oh, like a sledgehammer. But then you notice the tendrils of shadow whip out of it and wrap around you. It is now grappling you. And so you are currently grappled.
Okay.
And we'll see what that does. All right. But that is the end of its turn, which takes us...
try to like eat me.
That takes
Like,
us to...
but like Vale eat me.
Yeah, Vale eat you. All right, good. So that's the Rakshasa is dead. That takes us.
Like
That takes us to
noise.
Abel. So right in front of you, Abel, Marlowe is currently grappled by this much larger and more opaque, solid, like more present-looking, stronger version of the Vale Echoes.
Yes, we cannot have this. So first, I will Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Do I get? Is it just 2? It's still just 2, right?
Just 2, yeah, at your level.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It's an 18 plus 4, so a 22 to hit.
That hits. Their armor class is a 16.
Okay, and I'll just roll the second one. Oh, that's not going to hit. It's a 7 to hit. So the first one is just a D10.
Yep.
Come on. Holy shit. Are you serious?
Was that a 1?
1 point of damage.
It was either going to be 10 or 1. All right. So the Eldritch Blast like slams into it and barely even ripples through its form.
Oh, man. All right, now I'm going to try to bonus action with my Force Ballista.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
I can never find my freaking spells on here. Oh, 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Force Ballista power. That's my Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
I thought we were off Sailor Moon, Ronnie.
I have. Okay, we'll talk about that after.
It's Pride Month. I think we're gonna be on Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
No, I have issues with Sailor Moon.
Ronnie's
guys,
got
but,
some real issues with it.
15 points of force damage, and he's pushed 5 feet. Does that mean like Mar can stay?
No. Okay, but 15 points of damage. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Marlowe and the creature move 5 feet backwards.
I tried Mar. I'm sorry.
Ouch.
All right. Good. All right. Anything else you want to do there with your turn, Abel?
Can I like circle around a little bit where Mar's not in between me and the creature?
So you want to
Like,
get on the
just to the right, just slightly.
yeah. This way.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Good. All right. Which takes us to Mar. So Mar, at the top of your turn, you take 4 points of necrotic damage, and your max HP is reduced by 4.
Jesus, man.
Okay. Oh, it's wounded.
It is wounded. So
I've not been making it roll for.
Oh, I'll do 2 really quick because it's been 2. I think it's been 2 turns. And,
Yeah,
and the
if we
wound
get-
from
if
the
we get a save after the first one.
Oh, okay. No, that's a 3 plus whatever.
Okay, so I'll roll 2d4 for it.
Okay. And then the second one it will save at the end of its turn, but it takes the damage at the top of its turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it
So
rolled
I
an,
have
it rolled an
2d4
18
on
on the
this?
second one. But yeah, go ahead and roll 2d4.
Okay. Unbelievable. 2 points of damage.
All right, good. And then you took 4 necrotic, and your max was reduced by 4, Marlo.
Yes. Okay.
And you feel like where the tendrils are wrapped around you, like you feel this like burn into your skin, and like you just feel like all of the skin around that just kind of feeling decayed and burning off of you a little bit.
Cool.
I don't like these
I
descriptions.
can still hit it, right?
Yeah. You're grappled, so you're not at disadvantage with your attacks. You actually still have advantage because of actually kicking it back 5 feet put you in flanking with Amalia.
I knew what I was doing.
Oh my
So
God,
you
thank
still have advantage.
Strategy.
The only thing is, if you wanted to break out, it would take an action to try to break free of the
I
grapple.
do
Yeah.
not care.
All right, go ahead and make your 2 attacks.
Yeah, I think that'll do it. That's a 23.
Yep.
On the first one, I'm just gonna roll for all 3.
Yeah, go ahead. And that'll reapply wounding, so he's wounded again.
Higher, and then what is that gonna be? 19.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so all 3 hit. So that, okay, first one, rapier of wounding. 9 piercing damage
Okay.
with 1 point of lightning damage, so nothing.
Yeah, so nothing on the lightning, but it's magical, so the full 9 goes through. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Second attack would be halved.
right. And that's 13.
6. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And then,
Rapier of
how
wounding
did we
again.
roll this? Does it go back to the?
Yeah, I imagine it's kind of like right hand, left hand, right hand. So back to
Yeah.
your rapier of wounding. Yeah.
Okay. And then, so, one more. Terrible. 8.
8. Okay. Good.
Here.
I mean, boom. It's looking a little rough. Yeah.
A little.
I mean,
I know a little.
it's look. I mean, it's hard. Like, you haven't seen this type of one, but it's looking like while it's more opaque, it's starting to kind of looking like it's starting to pull apart.
Cool.
Good.
Mar looks a little fucked.
All right. All right. That's the end of Mars' turn. Saurus.
I shoot it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
It's like so matter of fact.
17.
17 hits.
I was calculating what's going to do the most damage because all of my stuff is going to be halved.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
8 plus 6. It's 14, so that's 7 after the halve.
7 points of damage. Okay. So you
wait, why are
fire.
you halved? Was I not paying attention?
Piercing damage is halved.
Yeah.
It like bores a hole through him, and for a moment it's kind of like shooting through a cloud, and it opens up, and then it closes back around it. Good.
Second shot.
Okay.
That's 14 plus 6, so dirty 20 to
That
hit.
hits. Yep. Absolutely.
Damage is 16, so that's 8 halved.
8 halved. Okay, good. Again, another hole kind of opens up, and this time, like, you shoot it in like where its shoulder area is, and it almost looks like its arm just kind of like dissipates off into the distance, and then it slowly begins to reform. Like it's struggling to pull itself out back together. Good. Any movement or anything you want to do with your turn, Saurus?
No, I'm going to stay there because I'm low on hit points.
All right, good. Which takes us to Amalia.
Oh, it's for sure like stealing our hit points, right? It's for sure with this necrotic damage.
Oh yeah. That's like when you're
It's healing itself. With
Anytime
our...
your max HP dips, it goes back up.
Wow, so it has a lot. My max HP is down a lot.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, but Amalia's up next. She's gonna make 2 attacks against the creature. Like, drop it, you bitch. That's a 18 plus. Yep, that hits.
With advantage.
Oh, let's see if it's a natural 20. No, it's a 13. All right, second attack. That first one misses. Both of those hit. Good. So she's going to do 2 6s on the second roll. So that's 12, 16 reduced. Marlo, how does Amalia tear through this creature?
Oh my god. I mean, I think she takes her. She's just fighting with her claws, right?
Yeah, she's her bear claws. Yeah,
Her bare claws. Her bare hands.
her bare hands.
She reaches in to like the center of it and just like rips it up like in two.
Yeah.
And so it just like disforms.
Yeah, and you see, like, as she rips it, it kind of reverts back to the two smaller echoes, both like trying to escape to where those rifts were, seeing it closed, and she just grips around them and just shreds them out of the air, and they dissipate as smoke into the atmosphere. And that's the end. All right, let me switch back over to the other.
Very impressive.
I didn't want to do a how do I want to do
I don't know who
this,
she
Who
is.
she is?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Jinx.
All right, let me switch back.
And
Two
then just
himbos, like, what?
All right. So,
Or the jury. It's like, they have no idea what did you sign up for.
a moment goes and you're all breathing heavy and you kind of
The
look
Rakshasa still on
around.
the ground, or did he like disappear?
His body is slowly turning to kind of ooze and drifting into a puddle.
I want to go over and like look down at him,
Mhm.
just, like kick him in the face,
Loot the body, loot the body.
and loot the body. I'll loot the body.
All right, go ahead.
Because he has more of those javelins and he had the ring.
Yeah, you don't have to roll an investigation because literally his body disintegrated away, so all that's left behind is his stuff. So on the Rakshasa's body, you find two rings that are left behind. You find the dagger in his neck is also left behind, and there's a gold coin. But when you you're like, oh, it's just a gold coin. But when you pick it up, you realize it's a little bit larger than a normal gold coin, and it has a tiger head carved on one side, and on the back is a set of scales on the tail side. And the scales are imbalanced on the tail side. But that's what you find on the Rakshasa. Or what's left of the Rakshasa.
What happened to the javelin?
Oh, there's two javelins left. And two swords.
Okay.
Like little short swords.
I feel like as things are starting to happen, Jury will like take a flask off their like side and is like, all right, you guys seem to have a lot of like personal things happening right now, so I'm gonna have a drink and just talk about whatever you need. I don't know.
While I'm like looting the body, Abel's just like cursing, like, disgusting creature. What's this thing doing here? It's just, I can't believe it.
I reload.
I drop wolf form
Okay.
awkwardly.
Yes,
I'm looking at Abel very uncomfortably.
It's very nasty.
Jury. Nope. Who would be closest?
Oh shit.
Kaimana. You hear a sound like somebody kind of laughing off towards where like the laboratory actually is, where those tubes are and everything. You hear kind of laughter back that direction.
I'll go that way.
Okay. Amalia is standing there like,
Jury's flash.
and she's breathing, and like with each breath she takes, you could kind of see like the bear form slowly kind of fading, and she kind of shrinks down in size a little bit to this dwarven, is it right, dwarven? Yeah, dwarven, dark-skinned woman with
I'm gonna give her
braids.
my potion of healing.
Okay, go ahead and roll for the healing on that, because she is low.
Abysmal. Folks. 6
Okay,
hit points.
good. So she
Wow.
takes the potion of healing and heals up a little. You see some wounds that look fresher heal up, but you can clearly see on her old wounds, things that have been placed over time and consistently. And she is not the hale, hardy woman that you remember her to be. She's thinner, but still has that strength in her eyes that you always remember.
Yeah. I look at her and I just go, I fixed my feint. I don't know if you remember I was just really bad at it, but I'm like, people actually like fall for it now. So
She kind of smiles and she says, I feel you always had the ability to do anything that you put your mind to.
um, well, couldn't find you for a while.
My child, I don't think that my story was yours to find at the time.
Heavily said, not by my hand. It was the displacer beast, technically, but every creature that was there is freed. I know.
I assume you mean lady.
Yeah, well, her husband already, but yeah.
Do you know how he died?
No fucking way.
Eris is quite ruthless when she's put into a corner.
Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, I would have hate to have been him in the end, huh?
Yes. But we were still captured.
Yeah. I don't remember what happened that night. I just woke up and there was blood everywhere and there were bodies of men I didn't know and we both were gone.
Well, I think our secret got out.
Yeah.
And Lord Haverly sent his men to find us for his menagerie.
Who would have known?
I don't know. I'm afraid, well, you know, the people are always unsure about our kind, and as much goodwill as we could potentially put towards the town, there were always those who still looked at us from the side as a danger.
Yeah.
It could have been anybody. Put the right amount of money behind the threat.
I'm sorry I didn't get to you sooner.
You got to me when it mattered, I suppose.
Yeah,
I'm afraid I think I was put here to make your journey a little more difficult.
What was he trying to do to you?
She kind of looks in Soris's direction. I think perhaps I am, in some ways, his mother.
What?
I don't understand the magic of it, but he was using our ability to shape change as a way to focus energies, mystical, magical, heretical energies into other forms. And there were many that I saw come out of the other tube after draining my own energy to give to them. And there were some that looked like him.
So he's not the only one.
No.
Soris, meet your mom. She
Oop, oh, we lost.
I'll pause.
She kind of, yes, it started with the rats, but the last I was part of it was ending with dragons.
Oh.
I think Ariman, the king, the wizard, I think not sure. I think he's trying to become immortal or something. And he's doing all of this testing on other creatures and finding ways to put their mystical energy into others.
Why did he, when he, I guess, packed up this place, why were you still here?
He actually brought me back just a few days ago. We had gone to his new laboratory. I'm not sure exactly. Oh no! Again. Another cavern system, unsure where it was. And I was left there when he abandoned it. He's moving around more often, but he seemed... Something with Eris brought him a breakthrough that he hadn't had yet, and he was very excited, and took her to wherever he'd gone, abandoned me behind in the new laboratory, and then came back to get me just when I was on the verge of starvation, and brought me here, I think as part of this trap set for you.
Yeah, we kind of saw that one coming,
But I think it was for him. She motions to Saurus again.
yeah.
How are you?
Oh. I look very awkwardly down at my jacket and I kind of pull it aside and show the order. So I kind of be like,
Oh my.
not really.
That's unexpected.
I was following your trail actually, and I got confident and rode out a full moon in the deep wood and ran into the order.
How is Callian?
Oh, she's probably the same.
I didn't know her before she joined the order. I mean, I knew her before she joined the order, but
She's I mean, she's part of the order. So I'm like a ranger. I'm the 6th ranger because they ran out of people. So
The little Power Rangers.
they could do worse, I suppose.
that's putting a lot of confidence in me. I don't know. They like me, I guess.
She's indulging your answer.
Can I do an insight check to see what she actually thinks of this?
Yes.
What is that? Ooh, that's good. That's good. I know this woman. 23.
Yeah. She's not judging your decision to join the order.
It wasn't a decision. They held me at gunpoint emotionally.
In fact, the fact that she knew Callian is new information to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so she's not judging it at all. What she is judging is she asked you how you are, and this is your answer.
It is my answer.
Yeah, but that's not what she meant. But she's also letting it slide. It's like a parent who is just listening, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And just a beaming joy at seeing you as tired and worn as she is. She's this overwhelming joy at being in your presence.
How do you know Callian?
Oh, well, before I bought the estate, I traveled for a while, not with the order, but as a ranger, with the wardens. And Callian was part of the Zealotous group that decided to break away from the Wardens and form the Order as you know it. So I knew her when we were young together.
Well, I was gonna ask if she was, like, the same, but you just said she was in a Zealotous group, so, yeah.
Yes. She's very passionate. But loves people and wants to do what's right.
I guess. She's nice enough.
Well, please help me sit down. And you can see that she's kind of holding herself up, but she...
Yeah. I'll go tend to Amalia while
Yeah,
others
Drury will
do
actually
reply.
come up to you and be like, "Do you need some like help with that? I can." Do the
I mean,
medicine."
just looking at her, you can see that she has some like fresh wounds on her body, and then older wounds that look like they've been there or have been added onto
Yeah,
for a
Drury
while.
will like ask permission to like help with
Oh,
medicine. Like help.
Yes, anything, please. She uses the opportunity of you helping her to rest, Marlo, to pull you into a hug.
I look like I don't know exactly what to do, but I hug
Only
her
because
back.
you don't.
Yeah, I hug her
And
back,
she's very used to that. So.
And kind of turn my face away from everybody else in the room for a second.
And when she's hugging you, she kind of whispers and she says, I knew I would not die, and that you would be the one to rescue me. So thank you.
So, you never gave up on me.
No,
I didn't want to give up on you.
never. And she kind of rests down and allows Jury to administer to her.
Yep, got a 14, so
14? Okay, 14.
yeah,
Good.
pretty
All right.
early.
She's looking a little heartier. She could probably use some food too, if anybody's got any.
Probably have some I didn't feed to rats like everyone else.
No.
Easy,
Sorry,
easy.
sorry, Molly, we can't help you. We gave all of our food to rats.
The lesser the
I
better.
was hungry.
Drury,
oh, you meant them.
right.
Drury probably has like bread and cheese and like a cloth or
Yeah.
something.
Abel, are you identifying the items that you found?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're taking time to do that. Soros and
Kamana. Yeah.
Yeah, you make your way back to kind of the storage area, and behind one of the kind of like not in a corner, but there's a very large mirror, and it's angled in such a way that it could see the entire laboratory. And just in the mirror, kind of like like an image, like almost like a hologram type projection or whatever. You see a woman. Devastatingly beautiful, olive skin, dark hair that just falls in ringlets around her shoulders and then kind of pulled back. She's wearing a white blouse with this very elegant black embroidered leather vest around. She's got a beautiful necklaces. She's got her hands up and there's rings on her fingers. She does have a large scar across her face, but in many ways it adds to her beauty in extra ways. She's just... How interesting. And as you approach, she kind of smiles. Not exactly how I expected that to go.
We keep getting underestimated.
Yes. Well, this is the second time one of my pawns has been used by the king. And you have been the ones to put it down.
I'm going to look behind the mirror.
Okay. There's nothing. It's just a mirror. He promised me that I would be able to see you brought low here.
Sorry to disappoint.
Yes. He continues to underestimate you. That is, his lofty position in life. But let it be known that I don't play such games.
Do you have one of those pieces, the things from the game?
Do you mean a chess piece, little one?
Yeah.
She kind of holds up her hand, and a chess piece
Queen?
appears. It's a queen.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. And she's peering in your direction, Kaimana, when you
Just-
say that. Go ahead.
Just one, huh?
Oh, I have many, but this is mine. I see something of yours, though, that I would really rather have in my possession. She's looking at you, Kaimana, and at your staff.
No, this is mine.
You can
I
keep the
found it.
staff, the object glowing on it.
The spoon?
And she reaches down and she lifts up, and you see in her hand a spherical object, a stone, ruby in color. It has a carved sigil on the inside of it, and it's pulsing with light. And Soris, you kind of like look and you realize like that object that's on Kaimana's staff looks very similar.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ah, she has a nut stone too.
Lucinian
Yes.
from the Vanishing Isles, of course.
Yeah.
I don't live very far from there.
You must be in the not Vanishing Isles?
No. I'm in the Vanishing Isles right now as we speak. Just a stone's throw from where your entire family would live, I imagine.
Yeah, I guess.
So that object of yours I would very much like to have.
What are you implying?
Well, I assume you all are, you captured my message to Soren, I imagine. You know that we are looking for things in Feldspar. The king has been unhelpful, as is his prerogative, I suppose. Ahriman is currently building castles in the sky, as it were. I need you to go and retrieve the object that we want from there. We have been unable to break through his defenses. Bring it and the one that you have to my associates in Bogtown. Or I do so much love the fur of small creatures.
Can I?
Not cruel.
Is this her origin story? I've been hearing
This is
this
her
for-
no.
Oh my God,
No,
his
her origin
family was
story is
killed
that her
by a
mom was
pack of
killed by a
Trinity.
pack of Dalmatians.
I would like to smash the mirror with my stick.
Okay, yep. Go ahead and roll an attack against it.
Did she give us a name?
No, just the queen.
Queen bitch.
You were not present, Abel, but her vest did have very distinct embroidery on it, so like some of it looked like a imagery or whatever. Yeah.
That's a 10?
10. It hits. Go ahead and roll a d8
Yeah,
and
I still had-
have it.
I still had Shillelagh.
Yeah, roll a d8 and have the damage.
4.
4. Okay, so you hit the corner and it cracks, but all it does is create like when you crack and shatter the face of the mirror, instead of shattering her image, it just now her image is in every single one of the small little pieces of mirror, so it's multiplied over and over again. And she says,
Oops.
"Oh, did I accidentally strike a nerve?"
Let me hit it again.
Does this, and you're hitting it, and she's like, "Is this a yes? Will I expect to see you in Bogtown in a week or so?"
That's a 20.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll
Ooh.
your D8 full.
That's a 6.
Okay. You hit and like large, almost all of the mirror pieces crack down to the side. There's one like small piece down in the corner that's still there, and she's just.
I'm sure we'll run into you at some point.
Well, don't come empty-handed. And she waves her hand, and the image vanishes.
I smashed the last piece.
Good, you shatter.
What
It's
what are
broken.
y'all doing in that corner?
We just hear
Talking
beer
and
smashing.
You hear this
Smashing.
going on? Yeah.
We hear them talking and smashing something.
Yeah.
I am going
I'm
to.
Anna.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I dropped something
Okay.
Oh,
On a mirror?
several times.
He dropped the hammer is what he did.
I'm reminded of Sherlock with the woman episode.
Oh,
The guy that gets popping up the window. And just how many times did he fall up? You know, after a while, I lost count.
Yeah. It's the how many times he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10
Well.
times. All right.
I don't know what she's expecting. All my family members are stronger than me.
Do not sell yourself short, Kamana. You have increased your abilities in the short time I have known you.
Oh. I was gonna say I am short.
No.
All right.
I guess with the commotion, I'll just like walk that way to see what's going on. And as Abel walks past Mar and Amelia, I won't say anything. I'll just kind of look at her, and then I'll reach into my little robes and pull out my mechanical healing spider and just set it on her, and I'll do a cure wounds on Mar real quick.
Okay.
Because she said she was kind of rough. So.
Mar loves spiders.
No,
She
I
does.
instead of grumbling about it like I usually do, I sit tight, and all I say is,
Let me find cure wounds.
Yeah. As you like come over, Jury's kind of like, you know, Abel, you did more damage to me than any of the enemies in that last. So
hey,
it was
it's
kind
his
of
way of
interesting.
showing affection.
I think I'd rather you dislike me then.
Welcome to the welcome to the
I
ticket.
do apologize.
It's all right. I know how you have to crack the way of the vox populi. Crack a few eggs, you know.
Mhm.
We're not.
Right.
It's not uncommon to me.
My spells do tend to be a bit
Yeah.
destructive. Some of them are healing in nature.
Soris, while you're over
And
there,
I'll give
roll an
Mar
investigation check.
8 points of healing.
What was that, Josh?
While you're
8
over there,
points.
roll an investigation check.
Hey, honestly, that's great. No, truly, you couldn't give me that much more that my max would take. So
Really?
And so you healed, but your max is still not.
yeah.
18,
18.
You had a
Okay.
melee for a while.
So
which is
you're looking around because you're like this space is very familiar to you, and you're kind of looking. You recognize.
last time I
cages.
left kind of in a hurry.
Yeah. All the cages are empty, so it's not like he left things here to die.
Yeah.
All the cages are empty. You do notice there's a back work table, and there are a few objects that are kind of glinting on the work table that you pick up. You pick up weirdly a snow globe, a few scrolls that are rolled up, a couple potion vials.
How many scrolls?
3. And then you find, kind of back in the on the side of the table, you find there's a pad of parchment there, and it's really weird because there is a quill floating above the parchment. And then there's another quill off to the side in an inkwell that looks exactly the same as the one that's floating above the parchment, but it's off to the side, in the inkwell.
Okay. Is there another piece of paper on the desktop?
Yeah, there's a whole there's a pad of parchment there.
Okay, so I will pull a spare sheet, pull the pen out of the inkwell, and write on it to see if the other one copies it.
Yeah, the moment you start writing, it falls down to touch the paper and traces exactly what you're saying onto the paper.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's that called?
Well, you don't know, but you just did find out what it does. So, but once Abel identifies everything, I'll give him that information.
It's a
Jerry
pen
can-
of stuff.
They're quill. I mean, like they're quills of telescription, but yeah.
Ooh. I love it.
I'm sure Drake
Um,
can help once we get to
yeah.
like a sound. That's a lot of
I give the snow globe to Kaimana. I don't know what it does, but it's a snow globe, and it's Kaimana.
shiny. Yeah.
Yeah,
now I have 2.
it's just, I mean, and it's probably like fist size, and kind of when you shake it, on the interior, there's not like it's just snow. It's not like there's a scene on the inside. It's just snow. So it's kind of a dull snow globe, if it's the sense.
Yeah, I have 2 now.
Okay. Abel, you identified the objects.
Yes, I did.
So one of the rings was a ring of protection +1.
Oh, wait, I can't. Okay.
The dagger, it was a dagger of venom. The other ring is kind of unique looking. It's like wooden. It's made out of wood, and it's entwined around. And you can see like there's a bud on it that's slowly beginning to grow and blossom where the gem would be. And you identified it. It's called a Band of the Dryad. Once a day, it can heal the wearer or whoever they touch. The coin, interestingly enough, is a fate coin, which is a tool that the Rakshasa, being gamblers at their heart, they invented. And it's basically, it takes once a day, it takes the place of a D20 roll. And when you flip the coin, if it lands on the Rakshasa head, it's a natural 20. If it lands on the tails, it's a 1.
It's only a 20 or a 1.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool.
But at once per day,
That's
it's a guarantee. It could almost a guaranteed natural 20, or it's called a coin of fate, but it's a gambling thing.
All or nothing.
All or nothing. Yeah, but
That's
it works
pretty
once a day. And then I assume over time you would take. I don't know if you have the snow globe to identify, so I won't tell you that. But the scrolls.
What about the swords and the javelins?
Not magical. Just
Cool.
very sharp
they-
swords and very good javelins. The scrolls that Soros, did you give the scrolls to Abel?
Yeah.
Yeah. One is a
Attribution?
polymorph scroll. One is a scroll of ice knife, and the other is a bless scroll. And then there's a greater healing potion and a vial of stone oil, which would turn somebody who turns to stone back to flesh.
Good for if we have to go back past the basilisk.
And it's still there. There's a moment, kind of, Marlo, where you're there with Amalia, and she pulls out of her shirt something that you can tell that she's been hiding. And when she opens her hand, it's a very familiar necklace. You saw her wear it much when she was younger, and you were in her care. And it's a kind of a very simple locket with diamonds, and there's a ruby inset on the face. And she opens it, and inside is a portrait of you and of Eris. And she closes it and reaches out into your hand, and she puts it into your hand, and she says, "I was not sure if we would ever be together again, and this gave me hope. I see what you are doing, and I wanted to give hope to you."
Do you want the hat back?
She says, she lifts it up a little bit so she can see your eyes more clearly. You can keep it as long as you promise to show your beauty more often.
No.
She pulls it back down. I have no need. Your little magic friend can probably tell you what that does.
Who wants the scrolls?
I don't need it.
Scroll.
Any of you can use, like Jury, Abel, or
Yeah.
Kamana. Any of them can use any of those.
Can I copy scrolls?
Yeah. It takes time and money, but yeah.
Yeah.
So there's Ice Knife.
Ice Knife,
you-
Polymorph, and Bless.
I definitely want Ice Knife if you'll allow me to have that.
Yeah. Kaimana, like somebody pulls the scroll open and Kaimana immediately goes, oh, I know that spell. For the other two, it's a little bit more difficult for you to read it because it's not a standard spell that you're used to. But, yeah.
I'll take polymorph.
Okay.
Actually, I want to give Abel Polymorph.
Abel
Because-
could copy any of these too, so you can get multiple
No, I
copies.
want Abel to be able to change into an animal.
Thanks.
You
Can
are
I say, like,
freaks.
if before we take like our next long rest, if you guys don't mind me like looking over some of these scrolls and trying to copy, because I think I can make an infusion where I can basically make like a wizard spell book in a crystal
Mhm.
and like save some of these spells.
Yep, you could.
Cool.
So I'll give you the Bless and the Polymorph. And Kaimana, you got the Snow Globe.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Do you allow Abel to look at it, or you just kind of keep it for yours?
Me?
Which one?
Kaimana.
Oh.
The Snow Globe.
You gonna let
You're
him
coming if it's
snuggle?
magic.
Yeah, sure.
The snow globe is a globe of the hut, and once per day it can create a tiny hut, basically.
Hut.
Oh,
Hut.
fuck yes!
Tiny Hut's the best spell.
Tiny Hut is
Awesome.
awesome.
Which now, like you guys have a bard, so the bard acts. I think bards have that on their spell list, but this gives
Yeah.
you
You have that?
this gives you
I don't have it right now.
This gives you
Oh.
a free tiny hut once per day.
That's pretty sick.
Hut is like
Hut.
OP, man.
I love Hut.
Hut
Alright.
is
Can I? Is
For
it like
Lutridians, it's
weird
just
and
a
like
hut.
gauche to
Oh.
pass off the locket to Abel immediately after she gave it to me?
No,
We
because I
spent
mean,
a lot of.
she told
it's
you,
Able
like-
and do you have identified jury?
I do, yeah.
Okay, it's Able and jury because we've spent a
Yeah.
lot of time
We
down
probably
here.
like
Because I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah, both
casting
of you are
this with
doing it.
spell slots,
And
guys. This
jury-
is ritual.
Jury was over there to anyway, so she.
I was saying
Jury
Mar,
takes a
when,
look at it.
Mar, when you're kind of hanging out with Jury and having this moment with the other one. So like Jury has like a really weird expression on their face during this, and every time you kind of like make eye contact, they just like do this really fake smile. That you're like, oh well, that's the entertainer smile, but they're having some kind of weird like emotional thing about.
Can I do
this.
an insight check on you to see if
Go ahead. I'll do it.
Does Able notice that too?
I'm not gonna break through
Nah,
your
I think it would
you are
only be if
hard.
you were like over there. In
Okay,
that.
okay. That's
Unless you're like, because you're identifying stuff. I would
Absolutely,
just
there's
Yeah, that's
almost
true,
no
that's
way. So I'm gonna on you.
say. Well, let me tell you how badly. Because I like rolling deception as bards. It's fun. Oh, I don't know. Oh my god, I only rolled an 11.
I rolled an 11.
Oh my!
Is
So
it
I mean,
me?
that's
Roll off.
that's a roll
What
off.
is-
Yeah,
Okay.
Is it-
Okay, roll again. Is it
Yep.
just a
Yep.
d20 or is it the same skill?
same skill. Yeah.
Come
Same
on.
Oh my god, I rolled a 13.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
So
So I noticed something's up, but I don't really.
yeah, you
I'm
can't tell what it is.
distracted by Amalia.
You don't know Jury well enough to
Yeah.
like figure
Yeah.
out.
You
what
see something on
exactly it is.
on their face, but it's hard to see what he's
Yeah.
kind of thinking.
Yeah,
Cool.
they just kind of like give you that fake smile anytime
Yeah.
you like look at them too
I'll
much.
make a mental note.
Josh, does the quill and ink, is it a one-way writing only, or does it allow two-way conversation?
Oh yeah. So after whatever time somebody else identifying in the screen, so this is it's one way. So the one that was floating is the receiving quill,
Yep.
and the one that's there, it's probably like this person is probably. You also get the sense, whoever identified it, that this is there can be multiple copies of the telescription quill made, and they all go back to the original quill, which was the one that copied the note. So you imagine that there's probably another one out there somewhere that's also tied to this quill, or there could be many, but you have at least one that's paired with it.
Oh, start writing like a bunch of curse words on there.
Yeah. So this would be like, for instance, if you gave like the telescription one to Sora at the thing, and you wrote on it, she could receive the message, but she couldn't respond to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still gonna give it. I'm still gonna give it to Marlo in case she wants to communicate with anyone.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So you have.
Do I know what the locket does, or I can also wait on it if not.
I have the card for it. I'll give it to you during the break. Which, with them going on there,
Yeah,
this
I think
actually,
Sully might need to.
a great segue.
this is a good. So, and I'll wait. But
I
this moment of defeating the Rakshasa, arriving at the laboratory, saving Amalia's life, that takes the ticket takers to level 6.
Hey! I
So
get
can
cool
we go-
stuff at level 6.
Should we go ahead and upgrade ourselves over the break, or wait
well,
until next session?
you wait because unless you guys decide to sit here and take a long rest, it doesn't kick in until you've done a long
Your
rest.
next long rest.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Come
We
on,
leveled up,
Yeah, you
guys.
guys hit
Leveled
6.
up.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yes, level
I can
6.
finally get some fucking offensive spells. I was like, shit, I'm ready for this character.
It doesn't kick in until your next long
Sure,
rest.
sure.
But you guys could set up the hut here and take a long rest, I guess, if you wanted to. But you do also have that flame skull in your pouch.
Yeah, so if we're gonna have to figure something out.
All right.
If
I
not,
take
like
a
all
long
this.
rest first before they like. what
Yeah.
the-
No, I want to save that as a nuclear option. Just think about it.
So all this.
We sneak up on a group. We untie the bag and just throw the bag into the room and slam the door shut.
What is,
I
And
think-
then
what is
they
that?
steal our bag of holding.
I was about to say,
Well,
is
it's
that
just an
more
infusion. I can, like,
useful?
Take
We'll
the
get it
infusion
after
off.
the explosions stop.
Okay.
It's an infusion. I
What
can
if
make a
it's
new
dead
one.
in there? We don't know if it just like died.
We'll figure it out.
out.
We'll
I
figure
think
it out.
I think it's great as a distraction. Like if we get captured, we can be like, "Oh no, don't open the
Don't
bag."
open the bag. No.
Very convincing.
Wait, maybe if this woman wants the Tide Bonds, which I don't know about, but we could be like, here's the bag.
Here you Oh my god. Hell yes. Hell yes.
Complimentary bag of holding too.
Oh.
All right. But we'll go ahead and take 10 there, and we'll be right back. And then
Thank you,
we'll
Ted.
wrap up the last 30 minutes or so after that. All right.
Thank you, Ted.
Thank
you,
all.
Ted.
Thanks. All right, so welcome back from the break. So the ticket takers downed the Rakshasa, who was a servant, it seems, of this mysterious woman who challenged them through the mirror, the queen. And then we kind of are there with all these magic items and things like that, and you guys are just in this the abandoned laboratory, the sound of the crashing waterfall, they're kind of filling the chamber.
I'm going to give them a tour of the lab. Like, here's my cage. Here's where Phileas was. Here's how I got out by picking the lock, by playing dumb and being smart, and
Take
just kind
some
of
time, like,
you know. And
investigate
here's some of the other creatures that were in here, and I let out the ones I could, and you know, partly because that's what you do, and partly because the mayhem helped me escape.
It's very smart of you. Can we take some time, like just investigating the lab and looking through?
Sure. Soros did a pretty good job of investigating like that section of it. You can roll a general investigation for the chamber as well.
Can I? This is so dumb. Can I roll an Arcana check on that magic circle that
Oh,
he was
yeah, that's
drawing around the tubes?
Sure. Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be able to figure this one out, but
No,
I'm gonna
you can't.
try.
Can I say I was helping her with that?
Instead of investigating the chamber. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to help you? Because I bet your Arcana is a lot better than mine.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Bully him over there and be like, look at this. What is this?
I also will
What is this
copy.
foolishness?
I don't know like how much of it is probably ruined by the liquid at this point, but anything that's still left there,
It
I would
is-
try to.
The sigil is carved into the ground and laid with gold.
Great.
Whoa.
I will copy it in my notebook
Okay.
just to see if I can show it to like I don't know any higher mage and be like, do you know what that was?
Yeah.
This is like crazy,
asked-
right?
I asked Kaimana if he can draw.
I mean, yeah. Well,
Could you
not
draw-
so much.
That's a bag of mystery with Kaimana. It could be.
I want to see if Kaimana could draw a likeness of the queen that we could show to the other people in the party.
What would that be? Performance? Dexterity?
Yeah, you can choose whichever one. Mhm. So if you're proficient in performance, then that would be a little bit better, or you can just do a straight dex roll.
I'm just gonna make a straight dex roll.
It's
Okay.
a saving throw. You want the roll itself. I mean, the same thing, I guess, but still. Just make sure. Oh,
18.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Nice.
So,
Oh my
that's
god.
amazing.
so Kaimana like goes over and grabs one of the big pieces of parchment that's kind of like laid out on that pad, and starts drawing out this image.
Can we say I make it like way too big, like the
this
size of the
giant
mirror?
woman, yeah. Like he actually goes over and like
It's 1-to-1 scale.
takes like 5 pieces of parchment and puts it up on the mirror and like
Yes.
loosely attaches it. Like there's some like gluey substance and like loosely attaches it and starts sketching out like the full size of the woman. And what you see like doesn't have access to like color pencils and things like that. But what you do see is this beautiful woman, scar on her face, long raven hair, hanging down the garb, and then the vest. Abel, immediately when you see it, roll a intelligence check for me, please.
Okay, I rolled a 17 on the first one when I was helping Marlo.
I'll get to that in a second. Roll a new one for this. Yeah.
Intelligence.
Smart boy.
Yes.
I can't believe this is paying off.
23.
Smart.
Abel, immediately you recognize that like there's a light bulb that clicks in your brain. The emblem that is embroidered like elegantly into her vest. You remember seeing a woman, a captain of a ship, who had the exact same tattoo on her right bicep.
The captain of the ship that saved us when we were attacked leaving Nuevia had the
Yes.
same.
It is the emblem of the Tide Warders.
Has the emblem of the
about right.
Tidewater.
And if you all remember, there was the letter you got from Soren. The letter you found on Soren was from the Tide Warder, and she seemed to know, like whoever was writing that seemed to know a lot about what was going on in A Priori. So Abel would make a connection probably between the two.
Oh, it's
With a
sad 'cause I really like
23,
those people.
yeah. It's not. It's this woman that you're looking at in the drawing is not the captain of the ship. She just has.
Yes, but the fact that they are,
same
I knew
symbol.
they were probably not all on the up and up, but the fact that they're working with people who would employ or partner with the Rakshasa, who are like the sworn enemy of the people of Nuevia, I feel like that's.
Well, you
They
knew
don't
that,
have your best interest in mind.
you knew that they used to be members of the Tide Warders, but then that they were now like
They're no longer
they were
members.
contracting with them to hunt the Tide Bonds.
Oh yeah, I wrote that down somewhere.
Yeah.
And so Kaimana has one of the Tide Bonds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you not been trying to metagame around that? Because I've been trying to forget that like crazy in game.
I honestly did forget it until Josh said it in the in game.
I just like in like our session 0, Kaimana was like, I want to just like find some cool thing, and I was like, I know exactly what you can find.
It was part of the
I remember
it was
that.
part of the background.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like you have one discovery. I was like, what if I find something that's just like way too OP, but I have no idea what it is? Or
Yeah.
Completely Kaimana, though, right? Like,
it's a shiny. I use it to crack.
I've got a nuclear
how much
bomb.
of
Like,
the
what are you doing with that?
conversation with the queen do you guys relate?
Yeah, do you guys like
us,
take us
please,
aside and like tell us about this?
Make I guess you have to be a persuasion roll to get Kaimana to say it because he's just kind of trying to pretend it didn't
Okay.
happen.
I guess.
All right,
wait,
I
what's
go
my-
to Source. Source, tell us what happened.
I'll try to persuade Kaimana because once I recognize like the symbol on the lady's thing that he drew, ooh, fingers roll or fingers crossed. Yeah, he's tight-lipped. That's an 8.
Yeah.
Let Let me see if I can persuade Kaimana
It's
to
like-
tell. Hold on.
Commander, what did this lady say to you, Commander? What is? Why?
What are you drawing on this mirror? What is happening?
I can't.
Oh my god, why can't I roll any of my
You know what?
bard
I'm gonna
skills?
persuade Kaimana.
I got
Literally, everyone's like,
Mar pulls
Kaimana!
out her rapier.
Source is just watching you all do this.
Not 20! Not 20!
-3. No. Like,
Kaimana does have a soft
-1.
spot.
-1, yeah.
-1, my strength's -3.
And that's opposed to what?
Deception or what is
Your
it?
deception, yeah.
Deception, yeah.
Would you deceive us, Commander?
He's choosing to, I mean, yeah, choosing not to say anything.
I got a 19 as my final.
Oh no.
I got a 19.
Roll off.
Roll again,
Roll
roll
off,
again.
yeah.
Deception
Oh,
again.
Roll again, yeah.
What's your
I'm not
deception?
gonna succeed on a nat 20.
I got a 15.
I got a, what is that? It comes to a 15.
Roll again, roll again, roll again.
Roll it off again?
The
I just
ultimate
picture
roll.
this as back and forth of the.
Yes.
Come
Well,
on.
why don't you want to tell me? Well, maybe. Why do you want me to tell you?
I got a 16.
16.
Important, Commander.
I have 12.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's what I imagine is Mar makes eye contact with Kaimana, and there's a really long stand.
Just a pregnant pause.
And I'm just gonna walk away from Amalia for a second and go over to Kaimana and be like, hey, I will go back to that candy store and I will buy you at least 3 different shinies that you want if you tell us what went down.
Five.
So she wanted my shiny.
Which one?
This one, and I'll hold it out so the group can finally.
Yeah.
I make an investigation check.
Yes, Abel, you immediately like recognize what it looks like. But yeah.
And I feel like an idiot. How long have you had this with you?
I always
Oh my
had this.
goodness.
What is it?
I always had this.
I guess it was just, it's wrapped in so much twine and
So much other crap is hanging around it.
I never took a good look at it.
What does he have? What is that?
This is,
It's my shiny.
how much would I know, like, would I know to call it like a tied bond or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when they found it, they called it a tied bond when they found it in the temple.
Okay. So apparently this is one not used to open a door to an underwater palace of riches and ancient magics.
No, hold the fuck on. We've just been carrying a Tide Bond around.
Wait, he's
So-
been carrying that and none of you knew about this? What is this fucking group? What are you all fucking doing?
Jody, we
so-
just met. It's not really a tight-knit group.
I don't even
No,
care anymore.
it's been like a month.
I was trying to be polite about all of this, but this is a little
So-
fucked up, and I should say so.
So the thing that we're going to Feldspar to find is the thing that Kaimana already has.
One of them.
It's at least we know what we're looking for now.
I will say I really wanted us to get there and for Kaimana to see it, and then just like pull it off.
Oh, I've got one of those. So
Oh, it matches my other one. Chunk.
Well, there were so many
Oh,
times where we were like, okay, well, Abel, like, you can roll a perception to see if you notice, and Abel's perception was shit every time.
I don't think did I have a chance to roll?
Yeah,
it?
like,
you told me
in the
about this in
Feywild,
beginning,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
forgot
I
about
think
it.
there's like at least been 2 different rolls
Yep.
to see if anyone noticed.
Yep.
Abel's.
Oh yeah, there was. I do remember.
There was one other person who caught it. Was it what was it? The princess?
Princess, yeah, Alora did see it, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was with me when we were.
Yeah, she didn't tell you. How about that?
Nope.
Construct.
She
Yes.
thinks that's funny, so.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's not funny when it puts our life at
Yeah,
risk.
your life's not at risk right now.
I
It
didn't
wasn't.
know.
Does he
They
tell us
have-
about the threat on his
Yeah.
his?
Yes,
home?
yeah. I come
Okay.
clean with everything.
Okay. And we're
Right.
just checking in with Source to make sure, is this on
Wait.
the up and up? Is this what she actually said?
Yeah.
Why would you not believe Kaimana?
Sometimes he gets lost in the details.
When you tell Jury what's happening too, Jury gets like kind of red in the face. They've been like very cool this whole time, but they're like very physically upset that she said this to you. That's just a complete abuse of power. There's no way she. They like start ranting a little bit. It's like the tavern all over again. Like, how could she do this to your family? And it's like starting to get a little too riled up. About
Actually,
Hey,
Jury,
hey, hey,
Jury,
hey.
roll a history check for me.
it. Okay.
I think I like Judy.
My aunties are all bigger than me. They're not gonna do anything to them.
History.
And I mean, she's far outnumbered, clearly.
I got a 19.
Oh, so the moment that Abel informs the group that the symbol is Tide Warders, immediately you're like, oh shit. Because while you are a member of Vox Populi, the other organization that has sway in the Rift are the Rogues. And the Rogues and the Tide Warders are fighting a very underground war with one another. For control of the black market. And you get the sense that like while the Rogues, their symbol is like honor among thieves, like they're an honorable group of rapscallions, that they understand that if the Tide Warders were to overtake their territory, that would be a very bad thing indeed.
This is horrible.
Yeah.
Not good at all.
Oh goodness. We just
That is
keep
not-
digging deeper.
Welcome to a day in our life.
So wait, we know.
Weird.
So they know where all 4 Tide Bonds are, and now we do 2.
They have 2 of them. You have 1, and they say one's in They think one's in Feldspar.
One in Feltz. Let me add that to my list of to do.
It's already on there. It was in the original Soren letter.
Okay.
I don't think I put in Feldspar though. I might have neglected. I just put like find the Tide Bonds. One in town of Feldspar is not mission. Quick. So okay, yeah.
Marlowe, you also know that the Azalor is the location of the dragon that you're looking
Yeah.
for.
Oh no. Amar has clocked.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, can we?
I think that Feldspar is definitely going to be our next step.
If nothing else, if we can't get all of the Tide Bonds, we need to at least make sure they don't get all of them.
Yeah.
Why don't we put it in the bag?
I don't think we need to touch the bag for right now. I'm gonna take off one of my robes.
Yeah, we can make
And,
a
like-
new bag.
I guess like everything that, if you don't want to carry anything, just like wrap it up in my robe to make it easier to carry. But we're gonna hold off on the bag.
Well,
for, like,
I imagine you would have gone and done another investigation round once they finished with the symbol. So go ahead and roll an investigation check, because that was your original intention for the room. Meanwhile, Marlowe and Abel, you've got this. Abel, not within like your school of magic. Like artificing is much more about like creation. You do get the sense that a lot of this is it's almost like a what word am I looking for? Where you take something and you make it a darker version of itself. A corruption. It's a corrupted. My brain. It's like a corrupted version of transmutation magic. Like you get like there's very clearly like old school standard arcane transmutation runage here, but then some very like dark, old like primordial like shit that you're unaware of, but you get the like just like the sense of the energy that's coming off of it is very dark indeed.
Okay, and the other tube is completely empty, right? It's no like.
The other
remnants
tube
of-
is shattered, and the contents of the liquids were spilled out.
Does it look like anything may have left the tube?
No.
Like walked out after? Okay.
No.
So I relay all of this to Marlowe and I guess Amelia, if she's up to here, and Saurus. I Saurus would.
Yeah, and Saurus, this is the moment where you're kind of looking at your wounds, and the visual tether that you were attached to your wounds are
Yeah.
gone. But in the quiet moment where you're sitting here, like, you still feel them.
Mm.
Don't like that.
Yeah. You haven't told us about feeling this way yet, right? Saurus?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Let me know if you do.
I guess while I wrote a 19 on investigation, but before I guess
You find the
Oh.
only other thing that you find in this space, and it's kind of weirdly like placed, like not near anything else, like kind of in a different part of the cavern area. You find a backpack.
a backpack. No, not a room.
Backpack.
I'm the backpack. What's the song for backpack?
It's
I don't know.
backpack. Out of me and Grace immediately.
What's
I
in
was
the
like-
backpack?
Just barely adore a
You
kid.
open it up and look inside. There's nothing inside of it.
Do I get just a backpack?
Cheeseburger back.
But is it like at least a good looking backpack?
Oh, I mean, it's
Is it
like
cute?
it's nice.
Is
good
it like a little
leather.
side satchel or a?
Abel's like, this is my new bag
I mean,
of
it
holding.
looks very similar to your backpack, Abel.
Bag of holding.
Does it?
Yeah,
Can I identify? I'll go ahead.
it's a
and
bag
identify.
of holding.
Bag of holding.
Oh,
Shit.
That I don't have to waste an
Favorite
infusion now.
smells upon us.
I
Do
just
not
don't
put your other do not put your bag of holding
Oh.
in the bag of
Oh,
holding.
So I was joking about it being a bag of holding, but that's it.
No, I was like, oh, you actually said it, and that reminded me to like flip the page. And there was like the one final thing in the room was that bag of holding.
Sick.
Oh,
Well,
amazing.
Can
What if
I?
it's just full of flaming skulls? Like,
You open it.
We're not the
Yeah,
first
we
ones
thought
to
we
have
were
thought of
innovative.
this.
Yeah.
If that's pretty cool. Anything else with the 19 or?
No.
Okay. Can
While
I
you're searching around, Abel, you do hear a little. You feel a little like jostle on your back, and the flap opens up a little second and then closes against the rope.
and I like hold it.
I need to remember that he
Like-
can keep making those attempts, so I just need to like.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
Oh,
But
no.
with it
We are
with
not
it
dealing with this
with
today.
it wrapped,
This is
it's a
not-
very high DC for him, and he has a -4 to strength, so
Okay.
Yeah.
probably won't break
I
it.
tie the
but,
rope a
yeah.
little bit tighter around the top. Okay.
Yeah, if you're looking to give that ring of protection away, Ronnie, I would certainly take it.
Okay. The ring of protection. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I got
I'm
the stuff
just-
written down.
I'm
Where's the ring?
I'm just imagining that skull coming out at like the worst moment, like randomly, like while we're all inside
yeah.
the tiny hut, and it's just like bouncing around the inside.
Yeah.
We're all like trying to, it's like
And
having
we just
a
have to
bee in
stay
the car.
inside. Like, don't go out. Don't go out. Just stay. Okay. So I was thinking either Source if you want it or Jury if it'll be. It's like a.
I don't know
What
how
is it, just a
many
plus one?
how many things I'm.
I'll let you guys decide.
I don't know what I'm attuned to right
I think
now.
just the.
Source,
your
I think you
instrument
would
at this
be
point.
the ring of the Dryad. You could heal yourself or someone else.
Source is the one. Source and Mar tend to be the ones that take the most hits.
Yeah, I guess.
I am getting ready to get a monk ability where I can heal myself because
Okay.
of my particular path.
Yep.
Which is why I was thinking protection and give the other ring to Marlowe.
Marlo can heal herself now too.
I can heal myself now.
Once
so-
a day, but yeah.
So,
Once a day. But
Jury, do
yeah.
you want the ring of the Dryad?
Sure.
Jury, it basically gives you a free casting of. You can look it up. It's if you
Yeah.
ring in the Dryad and whatever. The only thing is that like this is
And
a
Source, you want the
this
ring of
is
protection.
a homebrew item
Yeah.
that a lot of campaigns use. So I might need to add the one that I created for you in the
Oh
thing.
yeah, that's fine.
But it basically gives you a free casting of Healing Word, but instead of your spell modifier, it's just a +4.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's at second level, so it's 2d4 +4.
And I thought like the,
And you can do it to yourself, or you can do it to somebody else that you can touch once per day.
Let me edit this.
Can I turn to Amalia real quick and be like, do you mind if I like talk to my group real quick in the corner? I'm not. Yeah, you don't have to move. I'm gonna drag.
Would you?
Step out.
You want me to be? You want it alone? You would like me not to
I
be there?
I just want to I haven't told them a lot of stuff that I should catch them up on that you already know, and I don't know if it's helpful to hear again.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to go meditate by the waterfall.
Okay.
You know what? I forgot this whole fight.
Do
sorry,
you
I'm
have
not
Can I have? She does as she's standing up. She kind of looks at Abel and she says, "Can I have those swords, though, please?"
By all means.
She takes the two short swords that the Rakshasa had and she kind of puts them in her belt and she goes off to the side.
I'm attuned to a shield.
I jostle the gang together.
Okay.
So that's Amalia.
She seems nice.
Yeah, she's great. I knew that Ahriman had her, or maybe. I mean, I didn't know if he still did. I knew that he did at one point have her. She and another person were at Haveli's place in the menagerie, and then got sold off to here. And I didn't know that until I talked to Jane, mentioned it offhandedly, and you don't see a lot of werebears and were-tigers hanging out together.
Where did the Haveli's
Come on,
kidnap them from?
Can you mute just for a moment? It's like the feedback's coming through again. Sorry, Abel. Go ahead.
Where did the Haveli's kidnap Amelia from?
I used to live with her. I was like really young when I got bit, and my first full moon proved that I couldn't live at home anymore because I was too dangerous. And so my dad used to travel a lot, and he wrote off to a lot of his contacts, and someone pointed him to Amalia. She's part of one of the patrician families and used to be a ranger and do kind of stuff that we did, but got bit. She lived at a manor kind of on the edge of the green with she had a ward already, another girl who had lycanthropy, Eris, and so I lived with them for the rest of my childhood, I guess. Then one night, a bunch of men broke in and took him, and I didn't know why or what happened until we went to the Haveli estate.
You managed to get away?
I just woke up. I don't really know what happened. I don't know why they didn't take me to. I don't really remember much of anything.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, I'm telling you all this because I told you before it's illegal to be a lycanthrope but not be in the order. So Amalia's like a criminal in the eyes of the law, and I didn't tell you before because I want to protect her, but now you know, and I'm gonna ask you to pretend you don't.
Well, it is not my place to decide if someone is criminal just for being who they are. That's how I feel about the situation.
If they need a place to stay, the rift would not be bad, considering that half of it is run by the criminals.
Vox
Yeah.
Populi always believes in breaking laws necessary sometimes.
I don't quite know what you mean, but if you don't want me to say anything, I won't say anything.
No.
Thank you, Kaimana.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you, Kaimana.
She's a really cool person. And hopefully, the other girl, Eris, she. It sounds like Armand still has her, so if we keep doing this, hopefully we'll find her too.
Perhaps she's in the castles in the sky that Ottoman is working to build. We will try to find her.
Yeah, maybe. Amalia said he had some kind of breakthrough experimenting on Eris. So
I don't know what he's planning, but if he's putting human aspects into beasts, including dragons, it seems to me that he's also maybe trying to do the reverse for himself. Can you imagine a human with the power of a dragon? So that would be my guess. I could be completely wrong, but
then,
I think you are best bet to have an insight into this man's mind.
well, I hope the breakthrough isn't that he got the power of Eris, because she did regularly beat the shit out of me when we were kids. So,
That is scary thought. I've seen you
a
fight.
wizard with the power of a were-tiger would be interesting. But hopefully it's just conjecture. But thank you all.
yep.
And if you don't mind, while we're being personal, Abel, it seemed like you had some connection also to what we were fighting.
The Rakshasa are the biggest enemy of my people. They drove us from our original home. The island nation that we live on now is not the original home of the Nuavians. For generations, we fought the Rakshasa tribes, and eventually the continent was overrun, and we were forced to flee. Presumably, there are many people still living as slaves of the Rakshasa, or worse, being tortured by them. It is like I said, the biggest enemy of a new avian is a Rakshasa beast. So seeing people willingly work with them is an affront to everything to all life, really. The Rakshasa are vile and disgusting creatures.
And Abel, you can recognize that this was, enough about Rakshasa to know that this was clearly just a foot soldier. This was not even remotely a powerful Rakshasa.
Oh, good.
Half my spells wouldn't even touch it. So
Yeah.
an
You know that,
artificer
like-
against a Rakshasa is
Yeah.
probably not the best.
Yeah. Also, everybody do a religion check for me as well.
Nope. Which makes sense,
Which makes sense for
character-wise.
Soren.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
Bring up
that's
the
a-
Rakshasa again as like,
dead.
yeah,
That's
I
an
got it.
8, yeah.
It's not undead, yeah.
22.
16.
16?
7. So you guys just talk amongst yourselves.
Jury. There's a weird thing like when, and it makes sense with your background that you would know this.
Yeah.
That when this whole like conversation about castles in the clouds, it just rings so much to you that it might be a reference to one of the fabled cloud cities that have been lost since the subversion. Like people assume that they still exist, but they are so far away and so far flung, and none of them have traveled back towards Alyria in the past 200 years or so. So it's the only thing that rings to you is like these legends of these famous cloud cities that were the seats of some of the dragons, made them their homes, but specifically the cloud giants made them their homes, and these were just wandering nomadic cities in the clouds that ancient powerful wizards and sorcerers and things would make kind of their nomadic homes.
I think I will just, mention it as we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So I think it sounds like that to me.
Yeah, and you know that like the cloud cities were one of like the central battlegrounds during the subversion because they're kind of like wandering fortresses.
Yeah.
And when you mention it, Abel, your backstory clearly that that there was one cloud city in particular that the Noavians escaped to and they fled their continent that was then assaulted by the Rakshasa and was overthrown. So there was one of the cloud cities that was claimed by the Veil.
So if he's working with them, in theory, that might be where he is.
Yeah. And they in legend they call it the Profane Citadel.
And that fell somewhere in the veil, you guys, because I remember that.
Well, between Jury's like reminding you that this knowledge exists, and then your history of your culture, you would know that.
Cool.
Well, I have to say, you all are a little more interesting than I gave you credit for on first meeting, so...
Everyone always underestimates us.
It is a theme.
That's
Might
the
be a
point
good-
of pride now.
You can use that to your advantage quite a lot.
Oh, we do.
Oh, we have.
Every time.
Yes.
No one expects Kaimana.
We look
I
like a
believe
band of idiots. We are a band of idiots, but we hit pretty hard.
If I don't know what if I don't know what I'm doing half the time, the enemy can't plan against it.
All right. With that in mind, and probably at the point of wrapping up for the evening, whoever, I need two of you to roll these. I need one person to roll the perception check for the group that will cover the trip back, and then also the stealth check for the group that will cover the trip back, knowing that there are some things that you left that you went past. Yeah.
I got the stealth because I got a +8.
Okay.
Well, I'm also going to cast Pass Without Trace.
So you can add 10 to that roll.
So-
Now, how many level 2 spell slots do you have, Kamana?
I'm out, but I've got 1/3 level. Left.
1/3 level? Okay, so we'll do 2
You guys
stealth
are
checks.
third level spells?
We'll do 2 stealth checks, for one for the first half of the journey with the +10, and then one for the second half of the journey without. The first half will cover the bullet room, so.
No, it's not a third level, but he can cast it at third
Yeah,
level.
he can
He's got
cast
a
it at
second
third
level
level.
spell
Yeah.
slot. So.
During the
First
journey back,
one-
I'm gonna hang with Amalia and like make sure she's good.
First roll is a 12. So with
the
so-
+10, 22?
No. So that's 12 roll +8. So that's dirty 20.
Plus 10, so it's a 30, okay? So you guys
Second-
safely make it past the bullet, so that's good.
Second
thank
roll is a nat 20
Okay.
+8.
Yeah.
So 28.
Nice.
You make it safely. It's interesting when you make it back to the basilisk room.
Mm-hmm.
The nest has been abandoned, but the eggs
the
are
eggs
gone.
still?
You don't know, but they're not like broken. Like, so you don't know if like the mother like carried the eggs away or what. But she's abandoned the nest.
Oh, I hope so. We were tight.
The other one is
Dead.
no, you just left it knocked out. It's gone, so you don't know where it is. Source did a non-lethal attack on it, so. All right, and then perception check for whoever was doing our perception check.
Oh, let me see if I'm good at that.
It's usually Mar, but I don't know if anybody's better than
I
that.
think Kaimana beats
Yeah,
me
I
in
got a
perception.
+7.
Okay,
so.
yeah. So
Oh.
come on if you want
Oh,
to do
but
the
I
perception
have
check.
advantage. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. You roll it.
All right.
22.
22. Okay. So you safely bypass any like broken elements or things like that. So there's no challenges that you face on that sense. So good. So you guys make it
Can
back.
we say like we grabbed some of that nice high-end paper too and stuffed it in the new bag all day?
Yeah, sure. It's so you can 10 or so very heavy vellum sheets of parchment. All right. So then you
Cool.
guys.
Okay, one more thing. Can I say that I'm done? Can I like at some point just have a little aside with Mar, and I want to I don't know how I start. Just thank her for being such a strong presence in the group, and I'll tell her I can't imagine seeing you fight anyone getting the best of you, but hopefully this dagger will make you that much more formidable in battle. And I give her the dagger of venom.
Nice.
Oh, double rapier dagger of venom. That's gonna be nasty.
The dagger of venom might actually be better than the second rapier you have. You might want to check it. Yeah. If you search
Yeah,
dagger of venom, you'll find it.
Thank you. I know you didn't. You felt weird about the whole werewolf thing in the beginning, and I also feel weird about it, so I get it. And also seeing it, the Rakshasa. I mean, you have every reason to be wary.
My apprehension, because of my people's history, notwithstanding, I don't want to make you uncomfortable for being who you are. I feel like that is a tough enough journey, and I don't want to add my perceptions on top of your own.
Abel, I have always been uncomfortable with who I am. So thank you.
Shocker.
Wow, greatly.
So with
Oh, did Amalia hear that? I hope not. I hope not. I don't want to get lectured.
Uh-oh.
yes,
No. I
But
put the hat down.
she chooses to ignore it at this point. She's really just happy.
She's
for
too
you to-
tired.
Yeah, she is tired, and like it's a 3 or 4 hour trip back.
Yeah.
And so you guys arrive back in the Rift. It's after dark, although it's hard to tell in the Rift, but it's nighttime. And we will pick up there next week with returning to the Rift and maybe visiting Saurus's monastery before you all head off, maybe to Feldspar.
Are we going to long rest at this point, or we're just
I assume when
journey
you
back?
go back to the Rift, you guys would get your rooms again at the Hoarder's Folly and rest for the evening, but that's up to you.
Cool. Can I say this? Maybe can I like hook up with Saurus
I mean, if he wants to.
and I just
Oh
want to
shit!
hang out with him for a little while.
Okay.
And can we work on his other gauntlet?
You want
shit.
Together.
What do you want to do to it?
Does it need to be upgraded or something, or like?
Oh, yeah. You. It needs the gem.
I'm not up on this new slang, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. When it's there's two things. There's the second gauntlet, which the gem broke, so it needs to be replaced.
Which you do have a gem
And-
for it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I was going to give you my bracers of the dancer to see if you could upgrade them, because right now they're +1. To see if you could upgrade them to +2.
Okay,
But
so-
I know that will take a while.
That would take a while and take some funds and resources, but it's something that he could work on over time.
We discuss the idea and sketch out some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and
The
like
dagger
set
of
the
venom,
crystal.
It slaps. Thank you.
Yes. And Josh, when we get back to the Rift Jury, we'll go talk to Iris. Kind of just like, boop. So we can do that at the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
just
So
message you.
so keep in mind, like anything that you guys like arriving back in the Rift, like the next day or like the next day before you head off to
Put
do
it in
your
the
thing.
chat, maybe.
If there's anything that you want to make sure you accomplish at the beginning of the next session, we can absolutely do that.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Sounds
do that.
awesome. So thanks so much. I'll see you all next time.
Thanks,
And level 6
guys.
ticket takers, so there you
I need a map. Oh, level 6.
Yay.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Level
excited
6
about it.
bard.
go.
I'm
All
gonna make the gloves
Right.
of thievery.
Yes. See y'all next time.
All right, bye,
Bye.
guys.